Field in Lexington as Kentucky goes for a second straight win over Tennessee. That hasn't happened since the days of disco and defensive end Art Still. While Tennessee comes in invigorated off the bye with Bull Rope still very much alive on Rocky Top. Tonight it's Big Orange and Big Blue Nation. They share a common border and common contempt. They've been getting after each other since the late 1800s in a rivalry long dominated by Tennessee. Peyton's been in this place a time or two. At one point, the Vols had the old beer barrel for 26 years. But the Cats have clawed back, including last year's emotional win in Knoxville for late UK coach John Schlarman. 6-2 Wildcats, 4-4 Volunteers. Mark Stoops now in his 9th season. A 10-win season, still very much alive. This is the big one they got to get with the remaining schedule very favorable. And for Josh Heupel, year number 1, it is a much improved offense for the Vols. They too hopeful to get a bowl bid and get things back on track in Knoxville. Ben Mullins, Kirk Morrison, Don Davenport, Kentucky winning the toss and deferring. So we'll see this fast Tennessee offense ready to go. And for more on that, Dawn is talking tempo.
Yeah, Tennessee goes fast, real fast. They run a play every 20.8 seconds, but they're not just fast, they're efficient early in games. They're outscoring their opponents in the first quarter 124-30 this year. Kentucky defensive lineman Josh Paschal said the tempo is a concern. It's tough to simulate that in practice. They'll have to get adjusted quickly and withstand the pace physically well into the fourth quarter to get a win here tonight.
It's all under the direction of Hendon Hooker, who's got the best passing rating in the SEC with 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions as he makes his 7th start of the year. And they will throw it on first down, a receiver screen, and a first down and more for Javonte Payton. That big play man makes another one. And the Volunteers open it up with a 75-yard score.
Well, you want to go fast, and this is what Tennessee does. But Kentucky, sort of what we saw last week, it's reared its ugly head all over again. Poor tackling from this defense of the Kentucky Wildcats. Mississippi State had big plays because of the missed tackles, and already to start this football game, you can't volunteer those types of plays, but yet the Tennessee Volunteers are already on the board.
Terrific blocking on the perimeter from the other receivers out there. The extra point is good from Chase McGrath. And for Payton, his 5th touchdown catch of better than 25 yards. That's his 2nd 75-yard TD of the year.
It's just blocking on the perimeter. You got to be physical, and no one gets off a block. And then poor tackles right there. You got to be able to make the plays. This Kentucky defense, they talk all week long about getting to the spot, being physical in their tackles, and just making the play. And the play's there to be made. You got to make it. Did not, and now it turned into Tennessee singing the fight song.
Terrific blocks from Velus Jones and Princeton Fant out there to clear the way for Payton. And one play in, the Volunteers on top. They are trying to prevent Kentucky from winning their 2nd straight for the first time since 1977. And as they have done all season, Kirk, fast starts in the first quarter. They're averaging better than 2 touchdowns a game in the first quarter this year.
Yeah, and you would think that Kentucky being at home, the crowd, everything kind of going your way, and yet the first play by the visiting team is a 75-yard touchdown.
And again, a reminder, Kentucky deferred to let Tennessee have the ball first tonight. Boot from Toby Wilson is away, and Kentucky will have it to start at their own 25. For Will Levis, the transfer from Penn State, leading them to big wins over LSU and Florida, but really struggled against Mississippi State last week.
Yeah, that's the big thing that was talked about here in Lexington. He's got to get the turnovers fixed. That's what his head coach, Mark Stoops, said. Get the turnovers fixed. He's got to protect the football. The football has to be about the program, protected. No interceptions today, hopefully.
Let's start out with a couple of tight ends in there, and Chris Rodriguez in the backfield. And the first carry is for Chris, and he bounces to the outside and picks up 8 or 9 for the junior from McDonough, Georgia. Over 2,100 yards rushing in his career. That's top 10 all-time at Kentucky, and he's averaging over 100 per game so far this season.
Well, that's a nice way to start, right? You run over a guy, get to the second level, showing that he's 100% healthy. That's what the talk is all week, that Rodriguez is now fully healthy.
We'll send Rodriguez out to line up as a wide receiver. Empty set here for Will Levis. Short underneath, incomplete. Looking for Wan'Dale Robinson, and it will be third down. Theo Jackson had the coverage as he returns from an injury.
But that's the chess match. Because if you look at that pass by Levis, why throw into double coverage? I know that Wan'Dale Robinson is your guy. You're going to find ways to get him the football throughout this game. But try to not put it in double coverage.
They will come quickly to the line here on third and short, and the keeper for the quarterback. And the spot is a good one. That'll move the chains for Kentucky as Levis picks up the yardage. Yeah, when we talk about number one, Wan'Dale Robinson, he gets about 41% of their catches. So much of the offense runs through him. So they're trying to find that balance, right, Kirk? Let's get him the touches, but let's see if Josh Ali can step up. DeMarcus Harris can step up and make more plays with Levis looking their way from time to time.
For Wan'Dale Robinson is a drive starter. If you want to get a drive started the correct way, you get the ball to number one first, and you have everybody start to come along as well.
Kavosiey Smoke was wrapped up in the backfield by Omari Thomas. And a loss of 1. Like there was a flag tossed on the play as well on the far sideline along the line of scrimmage.
Defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, first down.
And we welcome you to Kroger Field here in Lexington, Kentucky. Tennessee scoring on their first play from scrimmage, a 75-yard touchdown strike to grab the early lead. And now the first possession here for the Kentucky Wildcats. And let's revisit the score. Hendon Hooker to Javante Payton.
And it's just a quick screen on the outside and poor tackling again by the Kentucky Wildcats. Last week, they didn't tackle well against Mississippi State. And the first play of the game, a couple missed tackles, and Mr. Payton, 75 yards to the end zone.
I would like to welcome those of you that watch Cincinnati hang on and remain undefeated. It's been another chaotic day around college football with Wake Forest losing for the first time. Looks like Michigan State will follow suit. Purdue with the upset, so a couple more unbeatens go down. And a first down run for Chris Rodriguez as he gets into the secondary. Of course, it is week number 1 since the playoff rankings have come out, and it was a good week for the Southeastern Conference with Georgia and Alabama going 1 and 2. The Dogs already a winner today. Alabama and LSU going on.
But seeing the Kentucky Wildcats at 16, a lot of people want to see, is this the same team that we saw to start the year? 6-0, or we're going to see the team that's lost the last 2 games in the SEC?
Their MO this season has been running the football. It's been under the direction of Mark Stoops now in his 9th season. A gain of 5 yards there. Justin Rigg, the tight end, making the grab. Stoops is the second longest tenured coach in the SEC behind Nick Saban. And he faces the new guy, Josh Heupel, in his first year at Tennessee. How about our impact players?
Yeah, the impact players, Tyon Evans along with Alontae Taylor on the Tennessee side. And we talked about Wan'Dale Robinson and Josh Paschal, 2 guys who I think we're going to have a big impact on today's game.
Our Chick-fil-A impact players for you. And a whistle and a quick timeout for Kentucky here. Their first. On their first possession, looking at a 2nd and 7. We will take the break with them. Be back to Lexington in a moment.
Just know it always starts with a spark, a light in the dark, a a heart unbreakable.
With Downy Infusions, let the scent set the mood. Feel the difference with Downy.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection, inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real?
Yep. We match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically.
Whoa, I got my money.
It's hard to contain yourself, isn't it?
Well, let it go. Woo.
Get a dollar-for-dollar match at the end of your first year, only from Discover.
Hey, Dad. Miss us?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
I'm here to present the facts. Thousands of people and small businesses are trapped paying too much for wireless and still paying off their phone. But when you switch to T-Mobile, they will pay off your phone so you can keep your current number and your phone.
Objection. What if you bought your phone at AT&T or Verizon?
T-Mobile will pay it all.
Switch to T-Mobile and we'll pay off your phone, now up to $1,000.
Do you rest?
I do. But T-Mobile never rests.
Welcome back to ESPN Football, presented by Sonos. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Early 7-0 lead for Tennessee on the road in Lexington tonight. I'm Beth Mowins along with Kirk Morrison and Dawn Davenport. It's a big night for Kentucky, Kirk, after their 6-0 start to the season. They've dropped their last two games. They haven't been able to do what they do best, and that's run the football. That's got to change tonight for them to control this clock.
Well, it better change. That's what people in Lexington are asking. Will the real Kentucky Wildcats team please stand up? Please stand up. And I think it's about getting back to right here, the run game. That's their true identity, getting back to the running attack.
That's Cavassier Smoke, the junior from Alabama. Picks up 18 yards there.
And when Kentucky's running the football well, it opens up everything for the offense. It opens up the wide receivers. It opens up the tight ends. Everybody benefits when they are running the football as well as they did to start the season.
Yeah, when we talked to Mark Stoops, he mentioned the big blue wall, this offensive line that really is the generator for the offensive attack. So they've been salty all week. They've been disappointed with the run game the last 2 weeks and losses, granted, to very good run defenses in Georgia and Mississippi State. But I thought that was a great word, salty. And Darian Kennard, by the way, wearing the 65 today for the late John Schlarman, their former O-line coach.
Yeah, they want to get back to the rushing attack. They just felt like last week at Mississippi State, they weren't the physical team. They got pushed around last week. They talked about it all week long, and they want to go out and be the aggressor against Tennessee.
Darian's on Mel Kiper's top 10 list for offensive tackles that might be available for the draft next year. They'll run it again with Smoke, and he's got the first down yardage.
Nice little block on the outside. Well, the guard on the inside, Darren Rosenthal, gets a block and then gets up to the second level. And now you're starting to see layers of the rushing attack. They want to be able to go inside and outside. And now you'd be able to win first down, second down. You're able to take some shots, and that's what Will Levis, he has to connect on his opportunities, taking shots down the field.
Rodriguez, the offset back. Wan'Dale Robinson is slotted right. Number 1 is their big playmaker on this 10th play of the drive. Rodriguez met in the backfield, and he backs his way forward into the red zone for a couple of yards, taking Aaron Beasley with him.
Wow, you see that read by Aaron Beasley? You talk about see space, run space. That's a linebacker play. Now he's got to finish. He held on. But, man, it's a nice read by Beasley, and then just the power by Rodriguez to just get a couple on that play.
Cats coming in at 6-2. They're 4-2 in the conference. Tennessee at 4-4, 2-3. They're fighting for bowl eligibility in this final month of the season. The Wildcats, a 10-win campaign, still very much in play if they can win tonight. And more good, hard running from Chris Rodriguez. Picks up 7.
It's kind of the opposite of a game of tug of war, right? This time, it's just the offensive line for Kentucky. Look at all the blue hats. They're on the left side, meaning they're on the Tennessee side of the football. Nice blocking up front, and Rodriguez running behind.
I think that was the center. Luke Fortner had the pancake on that one. Senior out of Sylvania, Ohio. Of course, you know Mark Stoops gets some tough guys out of his home state. Gets them to the Commonwealth. Rodriguez, he's got the first down to the 9, and it's 1st and goal. Kentucky on their first drive, trying the counter, the quick strike.
This is a much different Chris Rodriguez that we're seeing this week than last week at Mississippi State. Looks more determined. Looks like he's really this week of practice, and they talked about it. He needs a week of practice. You know, last couple weeks, you're trying to hold him out a little bit. You get a bye week in there. You felt that this is a guy who needs to practice because his reads are a lot clearer. You're seeing it so far to start this game. Nice downhill running by Chris Rodriguez.
No hiding what they want to do tonight, Kirk. 9 rushes in their first 12 plays of this drive for 53 yards. Trying to punch it in. McClain is the motion man at a false start.
False start. Offense. Number 65. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's on the right tackle, Kennard. Mark Stoops with the 6th win of the season. Gets the Cats eligible for a bowl for the 6th year in a row. They've won their last 3 postseason games. And the ball back out around the 15. Levis against the 4-man rush underneath to the 10-yard line, and it's caught down to the 9 by Brendan Bates. The junior out of Cincinnati gets 5 yards back.
Nice play call there. You have a little motion up top, but you bring Wan'Dale Robinson underneath, and all the attention, all the eyeballs go to number 1, and yet there's a tight end sitting over the ball. It's a nice job of Will Levis seeing what the defense is doing. If they're playing zone, you hit that guy right over the ball. That's a good early completion to get his confidence going.
Smoke in the backfield with him. Continues to go from the shotgun. He'll spend a lot of time under center as well. Cavassier Smoke, a delay, and reaches for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Just watch the left side of the offensive line. You get 2 tight ends in there. Bates, Riggs, and then Rosenthal, Horsey, Fortner, the center. It is a group effort. That left side of the offensive line, creating holes, creating gaps. And you don't need much for 5'9", 201 Smoke. Cavassier Smoke to the end zone.
That's what the Cats want to do. They eat up 8.5 minutes off the clock on a 75-yard, 14-play drive. Matt Ruffalo with the PAT ties it at 7.
You score first, just give us our opportunity. Offensive line getting off the ball. Cavassier Smoke with the score, and that's it.
I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's
taste
in there,
better.
she's stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
Beef farmers and ranchers around the country are implementing land conserving, wildlife protecting, award-winning environmental efforts. Learn more about how beef farmers and ranchers are rethinking the ranch.
You want fries with that?
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're 25 million prescriptions strong.
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're working up a sweat before coffee. And saying no thanks to a Boston cream.
Jardiance is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
What is this?
Is that a hairball? They're everywhere.
We have a cat problem.
Gentlemen, the Heisman House is getting a dog. Go show those cats who's boss.
Well, that didn't work out well.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Sonos. Experience game-changing sound made easy. And in part by Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Good memory for the Cats 10 years ago when they snapped Tennessee's 26-game winning streak in this series. This is a big rivalry for these border fans, and Dawn found one in particular that's enjoyed.
Yes.
A bunch.
A bunch. How about this is John T. Bryce's 52nd consecutive Tennessee-Kentucky game. Been to everyone since he turned 18. He's 70 now. He was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and has started chemo, but Mr. Bryce convinced his doctors to let him attend this one game here tonight. Had to do some extra blood work and tests to get approval, but guys, the streak continues. He will return to chemo treatments on Tuesday. Mr. Bryce, I know there are a whole lot of Tennessee and Kentucky fans that will be pulling for you, and so are we. 50 seconds straight.
Best wishes indeed, and true fandom.
Absolutely. That's college football at its best right there.
Lot of Tennessee wins over that time, but in recent years under Mark Stoops, Kentucky's started to turn things around a bit in their favor. Second possession and the second play for Tennessee. They scored a touchdown in 11 seconds the first time they had it, so they go right back to the exact same play, and it's Javonte Payton.
Wasn't the knee on the ground, though? When he caught that football, his knee was on the ground. I wouldn't be if they would have stopped the play, but this is what happens when you go fast.
Incomplete, intended for Velus Jones.
I thought the officials missed that play on the first play of that first play of the drive. He caught the football with his knee on the ground. That should have been stopped right there instead of the extra yards, but already on third down for Tennessee.
They like to run 3 plays a minute. Both these teams good on third down offensively, not so much defensively.
This is where Hendon Hooker, his eyes, his pre-snap verification of what the defense is doing. Timeout.
Well, the Kentucky fans going to take a little credit. They're making some noise here tonight, and we'll take the timeout. Be back in a moment.
Are you ready for Monday night?
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera, like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all the dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
There are beautiful ideas that remain in the dark. But with our new multi-cloud experience, you have the flexibility you need to unveil them to the world.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new lower auto rates are worth celebrating. Now get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
You only get one first bite of the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, so you better make it the best one, which is this one here. Oh, but it's also this one. Oh, but this one's a good-looking bite, too. Try the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich today for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Welcome to that magic realm. Between here and there, a no-man's land, and everyone's land. Where great expectations grow, and rewards are given to the swift, the perceptive, and the daring. The Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive. More power for your pursuit.
Did you know that many Americans end up overpaying for insurance because they never compared rates and coverage options? Introducing USA Family Protection, where insurance companies compete for your business. By comparing rates and coverage options across top insurance providers, you could save big. See your personalized rates instantly and get covered within minutes. Visit usafamily.com or call 855-569-5884 to compare and save today.
Tied at 7, it's 3rd and 7, but is it really, Kirk Morrison?
No, it should be 3rd and 10. You look at the first play of the drive, the ball thrown to Javonte Payton, but watch the left knee. The left knee's on the ground. That should have been a no gain, blow the whistle, but when you go as fast as the Tennessee offense does, you get away with those types of plays where the officials, the replay booth did not call down to stop play. An advantage there for Tennessee.
Third down out of the timeout, Small in the backfield with Hendon Hooker. With time, slings it down the sideline. He's got a man on the run and caught at the 40, and it's another Tennessee touchdown. This time it's Velus Jones. 72 yards score, 45 of those after the catch.
All this is just recognition. Recognition by a senior quarterback. Hendon Hooker just realizes I've got Velus Jones on a linebacker. DeAndre Square, number 5. I've got a 6'1", 224 linebacker trying to run with one of the premier players in the SEC. I'll take that matchup every single play. Hooker finds it, and another touchdown. Big play for the Volunteer offense.
2 touchdowns in 36 seconds. extra is good. 14-7 Tennessee on a pair of 70-plus yard touchdown throws from Booker.
Well, look, you got a linebacker in space. He doesn't know what's going on. Tell me, what did Velus Jones do? He just ran straight and looked back for the football. You got a linebacker on a premier wide receiver in the SEC. That's a mistake in coverage by Kentucky, and a good job by Hooker seeing it before the snap. That's pre-snap recognition by the quarterback, a fifth-year senior, realizing I like that matchup better than throwing it anywhere else on the field.
Already our second rendition of Rocky Top here in Lexington. 75 yards to Peyton, 72 yards to Jones. And an injured player on the extra point, Jackson Lampley. Did you see the 4 teams in the college football playoff? And we already know, Kirk, that is about to change because Michigan State lost tonight to Purdue. So a pair of unbeatens fall. Wake Forest as well.
I can't wait for Tuesday, right? Well, we'll see what happens as the day goes on. We know LSU and Alabama right now, that's a big one, obviously in the SEC. But Tuesday, the reveal. And I've always said, do not get upset about the first reveal that we had on Tuesday. Just let it play out. We got a long way to go before the final rankings.
And for people disappointed with the Cincinnati at number 6, don't be surprised if that falls after they had to sweat it out against Tulsa at home today.
I heard Twitter was ablaze by the final play.
There's some issues at the end of the game, I believe.
Well, that's 2 quick strikes early by this Tennessee offense. And the Kentucky defense struggled last week at Mississippi State, and already seeing early struggles. Only, what, 4 plays? 4 plays.
4 plays.
2 touchdowns.
4 passes for 150 yards in 37 seconds. And Lampley will gingerly make his way to the Tennessee sideline. Unfortunately here for him, because Tennessee, coming off the bye week, was actually getting healthy again in the middle of the season. They've had some issues with injuries through the first half of the year. They have just started to get some guys back in the fold. As Toby Wilson will kick it away here to Zach Johnson. This has played out exactly as both offenses would hope. The quick strikes for Tennessee, the nice leisurely run it right up the gut, stroll down the field for Kentucky the first time they had it. But the defense is under fire here in the first quarter as we send it down to Dawn.
Well, Beth, Will Levis struggled last week through 3 picks. He spoke to his team in the locker room in Starkville right after the loss last week, put it all on himself, told his team he knew that wasn't him, wanted them to know he was going to commit to attacking the week, preparing for Tennessee like they had never seen before, and he challenged and asked his teammates to do the same. He told me he felt they had a great week of practice, and we're seeing that offensively translate onto the field so far here tonight.
Yeah, the coaches talk about trying to make Will feel as fluid as possible. They thought he was a little rigid at times, a little out of sorts last week, and a throw like that, a quick hitter, to get it to a playmaker like Wan'Dale Robinson will help boost that confidence.
Well, we've seen that play a lot, a drive starter, right? To start every drive, it seems like Wan'Dale Robinson gets the football, but that's sort of the crutch for, I think, Will Levis. Get an early throw, get the confidence going, and will that now open up the run game more? We saw them feature that in that first drive. Can they get back to that and also keep that Tennessee offense on the sideline?
Cavassier Smoke back there with Levis. 9-yard touchdown run already for Smoke as McClain goes in motion. And Cavassier again right up the middle, gets out across the 30, runs into Tyler Barron and Jeremy Banks, the leading tackler for the Vols this year. Job number one for this big blue wall is to keep those guys out of the backfield, because Tennessee leads the country in tackles for loss. They'll meet you behind the line if you let them.
Would you like this 3rd and 3 right here for Kentucky, under center?
2 tight end set. Rodriguez hit and then able to lean forward and tumbles across the line to gain for 5 more. Got through Jalen McCullough for the first down.
Yeah, McCullough's right there to make the play. Watch the left side of the screen. 22, one-on-one, 22 versus 24. And 24 wins that matchup, just gets enough for the first down. Watch the power and the balance by Rodriguez. Just keeps enough momentum going forward for the first down.
Isaiah Cummings will come to the left side of the line and lead block for Rodriguez, who finds a seam and picks up 9. They have already run for more yards here in the first quarter than they did all last week in Stark Vegas.
It starts with that block by the tight end. You mentioned it, Isaiah Cummings. He gets the kick-out block. And Rodriguez is showing his ability. He ran inside, now showing the ability to run outside. Positive yards on first down.
Wandale Robinson to the left side with Josh Ali. Play action. Looking for Robinson, who sits in the middle of the field and catches it down inside the 40. They play action about a third of the time they have the football, and then they find Wandale.
That was a big play action down and distance. So 2nd and 1, when you think about it, it's kind of a throwaway down. The way that they've been running the football early on, take a shot down the field. But when you take the shot, you got to make it. That time, Levis to Robinson for a first down.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit tonight about the Los Angeles Rams, because that's where new offensive coordinator Liam Cohen came from, and they're running a lot of pro stuff. They gained 16 there. Another delayed handoff, not much for Smoke. Aaron Beasley, we've called his name a couple times already tonight. And it's 2nd and 10.
One thing I can say about this Tennessee defense is they're aggressive. These guys fly around, they play hard. And that's the one thing we talked to their defensive coordinator, Tim Banks. They just want to be in the right spots. They feel like, hey, as long as we communicate, we're in the right spots, we can handle some of the shot plays. We've got to be able to stop the run tonight.
Second down. There goes McClain again. Levis looks the other way, and a first down catch for Josh Ali, the senior out of Hollywood, Florida. They're hoping to get him and more involved tonight. Gain of 12.
You talk about being fluid. That's what this coaching staff wants to see Will Levis be more fluid. Take what the defense gives you. That time, a little bit of blitz. He saw the blitz, but was able to locate his receiver. That's a nice pickup for a first down.
Cohen getting into the college game for the first time, coming from the pros. So we use a lot of similar formations. We tried to use the same cadence, a lot of the installs that they used in Los Angeles. And Levis trying to get more and more comfortable as the season progresses. They'll run it there with Smoke, maybe a yard. Matthew Butler making his 22nd career start with the stop.
But I love the drive, though, right? 4 minutes, 40 seconds. The clock's just moving. And this is what you want to be, methodical in your work, methodical in moving the ball down the field, getting chunks on first down, second down, and converting on third down. This is a nice drive being put together by the Wildcats.
This is wild. This is going to be a first quarter, 15 minutes, where Kentucky has the ball for 14 and a half of those minutes. And they may be trailing because of the quick strikes for Tennessee tonight. A 72 and a 75-yard touchdown. Levis keeps, and Tennessee was able to sniff it out. Banks got him, and it's third down.
You probably won't see that play too often. They're just kind of keeping the defense honest, with Levis holding onto the football. That time I thought he could have handed it off. but that time keeping that defensive end. They'll come back to that play, but a nice job by Tyler Barron.
That'll do it. 14-7, Tennessee with the lead through one tonight in Lexington, Kentucky. Long sustained drive for the Cats and 2 70-yard-plus touchdown scores for the Volunteers.
What if smartphones were more than just smart? The all-new Google Pixel 6, with our most advanced and inclusive smartphone camera yet. It truly sees you, not a blurry face. It makes motion silky smooth. And for things you don't want to see, it removes them instantly with Magic Eraser. Pixel 6 is the highest rated phone for security and has 24-hour adaptive battery that sends power precisely where you need it. Live Translate speaks your language and hers, however you speak it. Pixel 6 even adapts to match your style. It's the phone that understands we're all different. Google Pixel 6. For all you are.
4 Super Bowls, 6 AFC championships. You?
Award-winning customer service, up to 30% off your auto insurance with Safe Pilot, made for the military community.
And who else?
That's all. USAA, only for the military community.
I'm originally from Hawaii, but I moved to Wisconsin just last year. I decided to get a bike because a car was too expensive. We both work at Chick-fil-A. She would bike to work every day. And then winter hit, and that was pretty rough. So there was a holiday raffle, and they were giving away a car there. Her name got called, and I was like, she decided to give the car to me. Chick-fil-A feels like one big family.
Helping you or just like any of my coworkers always brings joy. It's crazy to say like I gave my best friend a car.
I wonder what Ruffles would be like without ridges.
It'd be like T-Pain without auto-tune.
Ooh, baby, yeah. How's that? Did we get it? Perfect.
It's kind of like
It's like a coach without the will to win.
Everyone just run around and then somebody just shoot. Maybe on 3. Maybe.
Or like you without your...
My basketball skills?
Your basketball skills.
Ruffles, own your ridges.
What else would it be?
Nothing else.
Romulus, your city will be finished in just one day.
Finished? My Colosseum, they'll never finish it today.
Unfortunately, we ran out of Red Bull.
Huh, so that's why Rome wasn't built in a day.
When love finds us, this is how we shine. You found the one. Now find the ring. Ask about special financing with the Diamond Credit Card. At Zales, the Diamond Store.
The State Farm Champions Classic begins Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN from Lexington. A 3rd and 10 for Kentucky to start out this second quarter, and Kennard jumps the gun for the second time tonight. What a wild
number 65.
first quarter. The statistics tell a whole different story than the scoreboard does. 0 rush yards. They've got more total yards on 4 plays than Tennessee does on 20, or Kentucky does on 23.
I'm looking at that 14-23. That's a long time to have the football, and it's still ongoing for this Wildcat offense.
3rd down and 15 for Will Levis. Empty set, 5 wide. Robinson slotted left. That's his first look, and he's going to go for the deep ball. Into the end zone, incomplete. Behind Josh Ali, and it's 4th down. Theo Jackson had the coverage.
I got to put that one on the quarterback. That's got to be toward the pylon. That ball has to be thrown at the pylon. The adjustment by Ali, I don't think he could have got there. If that's something, because you're looking at Levis and he's saying, oh, come back, adjust to it. But I think if he throws that to the far pylon, that's a touchdown.
You're talking about the back one,
the back
not the
pylon,
one, yeah.
not the front pylon.
It looked like he thought it should have been the front pylon.
Miscommunication.
Yeah.
Miscommunication. He throws that to the back pylon. That's a touchdown.
Ruffalo on to attempt a 50-yard field goal. And it is no good. Had the leg, but missed it right. And the score will stay 14-7.
How big was that false start, though? Pushed him. Kennard pushed him back about 5 yards. Now, would that have made a difference? Who knows? But again, mistakes in a drive now costing the Wildcats points.
Hey, let's take a look at our drive recap brought to you by Mazda. And here are the Tennessee touchdowns. Don't blink, they're quick.
Early on, Peyton, 75 yards up the left sideline for a touchdown, and on the last drive, Jones, linebacker on Jones. Yeah, I'll take Jones. Touchdown Volunteers.
That was a terrific toss from Hooker, and they try and get Peyton on the end around, and he's met in the backfield for a loss. Josh Paschal, Vito Tisdale met him there. Loss of a few on the play. So here goes the up-tempo Volunteer attack. Hooker has a man wide open again across midfield. It's Jalen Hyatt. Breaks a tackle at the 20. And shoved into the end zone. And the official on the far sideline saying they stepped out of bounds. Way back near the 30-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Out at the 29, it's still a pickup of 41.
Well, if you don't communicate, you get beat. The communication was not there by Kentucky. And that's, again, an easy throw for Hooker. He just finds the open guy because the miscommunication by the Kentucky secondary.
Boy, and Kentucky is lucky that he stepped out because another missed tackle, that one by Valentine. So after a no gain on first down, the ball is out. A fumble on the exchange. And this would be huge for a Kentucky defense that only has 4 takeaways all season. As Hooker tried to get it to Small, did they get it back? And they did. Kentucky football. And the rare turnover for the Cats defense.
Not only rare turnover for the Cats defense, also the Tennessee offense. They take care of the football. Minus 12 on the season, and they give the ball to Kentucky. And all this is it just seemed like a mishandle. Hooker trying to pull the ball out, and it seemed that Small may have held on for a little bit anyway. The ball goes over to Kentucky. Unforced error by the Volunteers.
Jacquez Jones got the fumble recovery, the middle linebacker. And it's back to the Kentucky offense, down a touchdown when we come back.
Zaxby's Boneless Wings Meal couldn't possibly get any better. I stand corrected. The Great 8 Boneless Wings Meal with your choice of sauce, just $7.99. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
Hey there, you getting some gas?
Just using your squeegee.
Well, no gas, no squeegee.
No gas, no squeegee? Now free squeegee?
Now free squeegee.
Evolve your journey in the first ever Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EV.
Finch is the biggest movie of the year.
Here we go! We have got to get this show on the road. And hung on to something.
Tom Hanks is Finch, rated PG-13, streaming exclusively on Apple TV+.
Welcome to Allstate, where savings from our new lower auto rates follow you everywhere. Now, get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
We've all felt pressured into buying a store's overpriced electronics warranty. Upsy offers affordable and reliable warranties for all your electronics and appliances. Visit Upsy.com today.
Those old shirts smelled as funky as they looked. At Cricut, we re-engineered vintage style. Softer fabrics, modern fits. Old school, done better.
Introducing the all-new one-wheel GT and Pint X. GT, built with more power to crush new terrain. Pint X, twice the range to take on the city. 2 new boards to make everywhere epic. Get riding today at onewheel.com.
This is Underdog Fantasy, the easiest way to play fantasy football. Just draft your team, and Underdog will set your perfect lineup for you each week. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just go to UnderdogFantasy.com to get started.
Hey, don't miss SEC football final. They've got you covered with the biggest stories of the day around the conference. Star Oakwa hosting along with Gene Chizik, Chris Doering, Benjamin Watson, 10:30 Eastern over on the SEC Network and on your ESPN app. Another busy day, a busy Saturday around the league. Number 1 Georgia, a winner. We should stay in that top spot. Kentucky off of the turnover, a rare takeaway for the Wildcat defense, and Levis finds Josh Ali, a gain of 13 and a first down.
Starting the drive off a little different there, getting Levis on the move. That time a nice throw to the outside to Josh Ali. It's a nice little drive starter, a little bit different than before, running the ball or getting to Robinson. This time Ali starts the drive.
Texas A&M a winner over Auburn today. Arkansas beat Mississippi State. How about LSU right now? Up a touchdown over Alabama in the second quarter. Other action around the league on a day where we've seen 2 more unbeatens lose. Michigan State and Wake Forest go down. Wandale Robinson, they got a couple of guys to swarm around the playmaker, led by Warren Burrell.
That's a nice tackle by Burrell. You just want to grab anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You can just grab a shoelace, a foot, a towel, a jersey. You're one-on-one with one of the premier players, I think, in college football, Wandale Robinson. That's a terrific play by Burrell, all by himself. That's a big tackle you can celebrate on.
He's part of the new breed around college football, these what Mark Stoops called a free agent fit. Now, you're finding guys in the portal. So you're not just recruiting high schoolers, you're recruiting current guys in college that can help you out right away. Robinson's certainly one of those as they run it with Rodriguez out across the 45. And that'll bring up 3rd down at about 6. 9 carries, 47 yards here in the first half. They've already run it better tonight than they did against Mississippi State and certainly against the Georgia defense. They fell to the number 1 team a couple games ago. But it's a favorable schedule the rest of the way after tonight.
Look at the Tennessee defense. First thing, find out where's Wandale Robinson. They got a safety over the top of him.
Pressure coming. Levis with time, looking for Robinson over the top, and he's got it down to the 25-yard line. Good protection to give Levis time to find him, and he sticks it in there for 31.
They found the weak spot in the defense. The safety's toward the middle, and Robinson gets to the outside. That's a nice throw by Will Levis. He leads Robinson to the outside. That's a nice over-the-shoulder catch by Wandale Robinson. That's quarterback, wide receiver on point.
Levis hitting on about 66% of his throws this year. Interesting to note, too, Tim Banks, the Volunteers defensive coordinator, was with Levis at Penn State before he transferred. The throwback here to the quarterback. He's got 3 blockers with him. Levis inside the 10, and down he goes at the 7. Chauncey Magwood threw it back to him, and they gained 16.
Y'all knew something was wrong when you saw the formation. And Kennard, the right tackle, was all by himself. A nice move into the line of scrimmage by Levis, throw to the outside, and came all the way back. A big play.
He'll speed up the tempo. Levis leaping in the air towards the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky. Levis goes airborne from 8 yards out for the score.
You want to build confidence in your quarterback. Think about this drive. The big throw on the outside to Robinson. Then you throw it back to the quarterback, and this time he's going to finish the job. Airborne from Mr. Will Levis. That's a confident quarterback making a confident play. Touchdown, Wildcats.
6 plays, 71 yards. They cash in the turnover in just over 3 minutes, and now an extra point away from tying things up. Believe they might be reviewing the touchdown to make sure that Levis broke the plane before anything contacted the field of play. I didn't think there was any doubt on that.
Is a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
Up he goes, and
that's a touchdown.
I don't see how they reverse that.
Yeah.
The arm did come down first, but certainly looked like he was breaking the plane with the football.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the ball penetrates the plane of the goal line before he's down or touches out of bounds. I mean, that's a touchdown. That's an unbelievable effort, though, by Will Levis. And you see his teammates. You know it's a big play when all the big boys come over and give you a big hug. They missed those type of plays last week. And
here's the pylon cam.
I have not seen an angle that tells me anything different.
Soaring in for the score. Look at the elevation.
Yeah, that ball, that's a touchdown. Just the tip of that nose of that ball touches the goal line. That's a touchdown.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Tremendous effort by the quarterback, Will Levis. The play stands. And Ruffalo to tie it. All even at 14. A little willpower from Levis. Catching air and breaking the plane. And the Cats even it up.
Singing or speaking. Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or. Progress is everything.
If Damian Lillard accepted his spot at the end of the bench, he never would have been at the rec center before it opened. If he listened to those who overlooked him, he never would have heard his name called as a first-round pick. And if he let 6 all-star selections go to his head, he never would have had the heart to give back to the streets that shaped him. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
At Domino's, we're giving away $50 million in surprise frees instead of surprise fees like other delivery apps. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free lava cakes, free stuffed cheesy bread, free pizza, or more.
Oh my goodness!
Welcome to Allstate, where our new lower auto rates make everyone feel like an MVP. Now get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Howdy, Logan. Wonder if you can help me out with something.
Sure, Sheriff.
Looking for a couple of goalposts. Went missing after the big win last night.
What? That's awful. Who would steal a goalpost?
Say, that is a nice new swing set you got there.
Oh, this old thing. Well, makes the boy happy, I guess.
Interesting design.
Oh, yeah, it's Scandinavian. You know what? You should check the streakers across the street. They have a very suspicious new antenna.
Thanks for the tip.
Anytime, Sheriff.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Try Pepto-Bismol with a powerful coating action for fast and soothing relief. Pepto-Bismol for fast relief when you need it most.
We're getting the story out there. We need a plan.
Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us.
ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Sonos, is brought to you by PlayStation. Play has no limits.
Up at Rupp Arena last night, a scare for Kentucky, but the Cats able to take care of Miles College. And that leads us into our lineup for Tuesday on ESPN. Hoops all around. #1 South Carolina women open up the Champions Classic. And then it's off to Madison Square Garden for Kansas-Michigan State. In between games, the college football playoff reveal week 2. And then the nightcap, Kentucky and Duke, as the final season gets underway for Coach K. Everything available on your ESPN app. And also a special get well wishes out to Coach Vitale for a speedy recovery, Coach. And let's check in now with Kevin Connors.
All right, Beth, time for our AT&T countdown to the CFP National Championship. Oregon and Seattle to face Washington. Acho, how about the play by Carson Bruner here?
Yeah, this is the definition of staring down your receiver by Anthony Brown. Thankfully, he made the tackle, but Oregon is down.
2 plays later, Sean McGrew takes it in from a yard out over on ABC. Beth, the Huskies in front, 7-0.
Goodness, nobody's safe around college football this year.
It's the target. Target's on your back.
Upset after upset, scare after scare. Incomplete on the throw. Hooker a little hot on the pass intended for Princeton Fant. In a 14-14 game, there's your average drive time. Nearly 18 minutes of possession for Kentucky, under 2 minutes for Tennessee.
Yeah, a lot more traffic for Kentucky, right? A little slower pace than what this Volunteer offense is used to doing all game long.
Tyon Evans, the carrier, but the flag thrown behind him at the offensive line.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
This was one of the things that had Tennessee excited coming into this game. For just the 3rd time all year, they had their starting 5 linemen all together in a game, and you saw Spraggins with the takedown there, including the Mays brothers. Cooper at center, Cade at right tackle. The Knoxville natives. 2nd and 20. Hooker. Run out of bounds around the 15. Abadi Fitzgerald was in hot pursuit and then jawing back and forth.
I've talked to you about this a lot through the week, right? This is not a game for Kentucky defensively that you want to jaw back and forth. You got to get lined up because Tennessee's already on the football. You got to do your talking on the sideline, get set up, communicate, no breakdowns.
Hooker, another receiver screen for Jones, and this time Kentucky will not let him get away. Vito Tisdale has him, and it's 4th down, but there is a flag down.
I think they're probably going to get a cut block, a little chop block on the outs, on the left, on the right tackle. I think it was the left tackle, 58, down arrow right. They just chop blocked at the line of scrimmage, and immediately I saw the official throw the flag before the ball was even thrown.
Personal foul. Tripping. Offense, number 58. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Well, they'll go with tripping instead here on right.
Yeah, I saw the trot, but it's the roll.
Yeah.
Little barrel roll at the end that the official caught.
Took out J.J. Weaver, but the officials caught him. Steve Marlowe, our referee tonight. Ron Leatherwood, the replay official. And the punting unit is on. Josh Ali is back around his own 35-yard line. High booming kick. Ali backpedaling, the fair catch at the 31. And a punt of 53 yards from Paxton Brooks.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first? No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
1, 2, 3. People say that we don't know what love is or how to make it. Wait, hold on.
All right, everybody stand up straight. Okay, now let me flip it.
Oh, babe. I got you, babe. I got you, baby.
Jake from State Farm. What's good?
Oh, Patrick?
Nah, fam. Just your typical sneakerhead working here for the employee discount. But speaking of deals, I heard regular guys like me are getting the Patrick price. That can't be real, right?
Listen, State Farm offers rates that fit any budget. Even yours, typical sneakerhead.
Wow, just anyone now?
Yeah.
Man, these just sold out then.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
At Domino's, we're giving away $50 million in surprise frees instead of surprise fees like other delivery apps. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free lava cakes, free stuffed cheesy bread, free pizza, or more.
Oh my goodness.
And it's NBA on ESPN time.
Friday on ESPN.
Hey, let's take a look at this week's college football playoff rankings brought to you by Allstate. Already today, losses in the top 10 for Michigan State and Wake Forest. Alabama and Oregon both trailing tonight, Kirk.
It's tough to be the hunted in college football. These top 10 rankings we know will change on Tuesday for sure. Who elevates?
Does Ohio State move up? It was close with Nebraska. Cincinnati, a real nail-biter against Tulsa today. Who moves up? Notre Dame, the other top 10 team with a win today. Impressive over Navy. I think we know Georgia will stay put at the top. Another big win for the Dogs as they inch closer to 12-0. They have Tennessee next. The Volunteers right now in the midst of a 4-game stretch against ranked opponents. Levis will keep it in more tough yards running out close to the 40 into the arms of Aaron Beasley and a gain of 5.
Yeah, play breaks down. Get what you can get. That's what Levis did. Got a block also by Rodriguez, and now 3rd and 3 looks a lot better than what could have been 3rd and long, 3rd and 8+. It's a nice job again. Will Levis seeing going through the progressions. Window 1 closed. Let me go take off, get a couple yards.
McLean Moves into the backfield with Levis. Will looks that way, now steps up, avoids the rush. Another hurdle. Out to the 45 and a first down.
He wanted to go to McClain on the outside, but it was covered by Trevon Flowers, the safety. So again, this is what Levis is showing, his eye discipline. His #1 target taken away, just pick up the first down. This is a confident quarterback he's showing, much different than we saw last week at Mississippi State.
He's a track star quarterback tonight so far for Will. Had the 8-yard touchdown leap earlier. As the Cats try and grab the lead. McClain bounces to the outside, across midfield, and another first down around the 40-yard line of Tennessee as he scoots for 16 around the edge.
He only had 5 carries coming into the game. They talked about, we want to get Jaton McClain into the football game. And you're seeing early on, they're featuring him out there on the passing plays and now getting to the outside in the run game.
Big story here in this first half developing. 118 yards rushing for Kentucky, -3 on the ground for Tennessee, who has had the football for less than 3 minutes. Their defense has been out there for over 20. Levis run down and taken down by Jackson.
Way to stay deep, Tennessee. I mean, you got to give them credit on that last play. It was a shot play. And this is what you're used to seeing from Kentucky's new offense of 2021. They want to get the ball down the field. Tennessee was all over it. Safety's deep, and Levis, instead of forcing it, just picks up a couple yards.
Boy, and Stoops is furious about something. He's working the officials. 2nd down and 7. Smoke runs into Rodriguez on the carry. Tennessee gets Simmons back up front defensively. That's big for them. Third down and 6 coming up. They are 5 of 6 converting on 3rd down here in the first half.
Again, where's Wan'Dale Robinson? Where's he lined up at? This time he's in the slot up top.
Isaiah Cummings joins him there. 4-man pressure. Levis all day to throw it, and he's got it 20-yard line to Chauncey Magwood in his first catch of the season after he threw a pass earlier tonight. And that'll move the chains.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen that route on Sunday by the Los Angeles Rams. It's Cooper Kupp is playing the role of Wan'Dale Robinson, and then there's Robert Woods in the nice little in-cut behind. They get the linebackers and safeties to converge on Robinson, and there's the in-cut right behind for the first down.
That's nice the offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen, former quarterback coach in LA. Mark Stoops wanted to change things up offensively, and they brought in Cohen to try and run some more pro-style stuff. Rodriguez, boy, those legs just never stop churning. He gets down to the 16. 3 yards as they have re-entered the red zone here.
There you go. That's a fired up offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen. He wanted to get back to some consistency. And that's what you're getting so far in this game by this Kentucky offense.
Looks like might be cramping here for Caleb Tremblay. Under 5 to go in the half. Back in a moment.
It's not ringing sleigh bells or glistening snow that makes a winter wonderland. It's you after you find it. Score it, load it, inflate it, hang it, unbox it, string it, light it, launch it, and fly it. And after all that, you've nailed it. So go ahead and admire it. Make the holidays yours with Black Friday prices now through December at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
New jerseys are here. There you go.
All-American Club? Did you just turn us into Subway ads?
Yep, Subway's got so much new, like the new Turkey Cali Fresh, that they couldn't fit it in their ads. So they bought space on your jerseys.
Go long, Italian BMT.
Welcome to that magic realm. Between here and there, a no man's land, and everyone's land. where great expectations grow and rewards are given to the swift, the perceptive, and the daring. The Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive. More power for your pursuit.
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera.
Like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all the dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
You want fries with that?
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine. But the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
How do you go from this to this with zero work? Easy. Introducing Tovala. We deliver real, fresh ingredients. You do a few seconds of prep. Then the Tovala Smart Oven steams, bakes, and broils everything to perfection. No groceries, no dishes, no hard stuff. So when you hear this, you know dinner just cooked itself. See what's on the menu this week and pick your meals at Tovala.com.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine. But the reality is, it's safer than being tackled by a Tennessee Titan. Give it a shot. Find a free vaccine appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Good one here in Lexington in a tie game. Kentucky on the move. A reminder, you can kick off your Week 9 NFL Sunday at 10 Eastern with the Countdown Crew on ESPN and the app. They'll have all the latest for you. Jordan Love going to get the go for Green Bay against Kansas City this weekend. And then it's Bears-Steelers on Monday Night Football at 8 o'clock Eastern. Under 5 to go in the half. Levis, dangerous pass, knocked around and almost intercepted. Theo Jackson there to mess things up.
That's a terrific read by Theo Jackson. You have to prepare for that moment because he saw it and just took off. Just watch 26, Theo Jackson. He sees Wan'Dale Robinson. He's all over. He should have intercepted that pass. He believed it and made a great play.
Well, they knew they had to be around Robinson at all times. The big playmaking threat. Look at 6 of 7 on third downs here in the first half for Kentucky. They're looking at another one. Levis, quarterback draw. He's got it inside the 5. First and goal, Kentucky, as they try and make it 3 touchdowns and 3 red zone trips.
This one's all on the offensive line. The secondary's playing a little bit off. Watch the center, though, Luke Fortner. The center just gets all the way up, and he's just picking linebackers off, allowing Levis to find the opening, find the gap, find the yards that are needed for the first down.
7 carries, 35 yards for Levis. They are wearing out this Tennessee defense. They've been on the field for 23 minutes, and they'll go jumbo here with 6 offensive linemen. They'll bring a tight end into the backfield. Levis on the rollout. Touchdown, Wildcats. Justin Rigg.
Under center bootleg. You underneath the extra tight end, Justin Rigg. That's an easy throw for Levis and the touchdown for the Wildcats.
First lead for Kentucky. Ruffalo on for the PAT as they go 11 plays, 68 yards in 5.5 minutes. We talked about the tempo. The Tennessee defense right now is on pace to be on the field for 50 minutes. Nearly 25 minutes they've been out there already in the first half. Penalty is against Tennessee. "41 plays already for Kentucky."
Defense, 12 players on the field. Penalty is declined. The try is good.
And it's 26 carries for 138 yards rushing here in the first half. -3 yards rushing for a Tennessee offense that averages 226 per game. And look at the time of possession that Tennessee defense has been out there.
Yeah, that's a long time. And if you're a defender on this Tennessee football team, you're looking at your head coach saying, "Coach, we need a break. We need a blow." You're going over to your quarterback, Hendon Hooker. You got to find the captains on that defense. Go over to Hooker. Hey, we need a drive. You got to get us a little bit of time. Just let us get our breath.
And that's the give and take, right, with an up-tempo offense. Because, hey, you can look at the scoreboard and say, we got 14 points on only 11 plays, so we know we can strike quickly. But what does the fourth quarter look like in this type of situation? Always fun to talk to the defensive coaches on an up-tempo offensive team.
Yeah, you need a drive, though. And I know that's what Coach Banks is telling his guys. Hey, we can't worry about what the offense is doing. We got to make some stops for them. We do need a drive. Give us a breath.
They're going to get a chance to return it here. And out across the 30 to the 34-yard line. How about a studio update with Kevin Connors?
All right, Beth, your Rocket Mortgage studio update. LSU up on #2 Alabama. Acho till Brian Robinson pounds it in.
Yeah, Brian Robinson with the big run in the end zone for the touchdown.
7-7 game in Tuscaloosa. Meantime, in Seattle, Travis Dye deep in his own territory. Look at Jackson Sermon make the play.
Yeah, Washington has 8 plays for 24 yards, but they're up by 6.
A safety there, Beth. It's 9-3 on ABC.
Horse collar tackle, kicking team, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the end of the return. First down.
15-yard penalty on Vito Tisdale. Yeah, so just when the Pac-12 is thinking, man, we got a chance. We got Oregon in the top 4. And already the Ducks in trouble against Washington.
Yeah.
I didn't see the penalty there.
Yeah, I'm looking for the penalty as well. He's just holding on to the lower part of the jersey, not in the horse collar area. Right above that nameplate. I did not see that. And there's Coach Stoops has been giving the officials an earful all game long. And rightfully so on that last call.
He's showing that saltiness on the sideline that his offense has been playing with after back-to-back losses. Tyon Evans with the run. And a gain of 9. Hooker the quick throw and immediately hit and thrown down for a loss. Valentine flushed that out on the throw to Tillman.
Way to trigger there by Valentine. Saw the play, just triggered, making a play in the open field.
Boy, and it's another Tennessee injury. It's the starting tailback, Tyon Evans.
This is a huge injury because I expected this Tennessee offense to really feature him today. He's one of my impact players for a reason, because healthy, you want to get him going and hopefully open up the big plays on the outside. Well, the outside big plays have been there, but they haven't been able to establish the rushing attack today.
Out of Hartsville, South Carolina. How about a check with Dawn down on the sideline?
Yeah, you guys are talking about it. Remember, offensive coordinator Alex Golesh pointed out how important it is to have some success on the ground offensively, because if you don't, you're asking your defense to be out there for 40 minutes, and he said that's not fair. He said that Alabama loss showed him how key it is to make sure they're playing complementary football. It's a fine line there, obviously, but you got to make sure that you still score, give your defense a breather, and the easiest way to do that is run the football. So not good seeing your starting running back go down either.
That's what they're talking about upstairs in the booth right now. Okay, how do we have to adjust things without Evans, at least for a play here?
Well, they want to continue to at least get a drive, and it's something that has to be talked about too. Hey, we got to give our defense a break. Just give them one drive, whether we get 2-3 minutes. Why not even take this into a 4-minute situation? Take this ball into halftime.
First and 10, 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Trying to drive for a tying score, and flags quickly, and the penalty against Tennessee. Third on the Volunteers.
False start. Offense. The entire line except for the center. 5-yard penalty. First down.
4 guys, right? Carvin, Spraggins, and Cade Mays on the move.
Let's share the blame.
They're all looking at Cooper. Hey, man, why don't you snap that? Hooker will keep. And not much doing. Jones is there.
Another offensive lineman down.
Got 4 yards back. And that is Cooper Mays, the center, slow to get up. On 2nd and 11. Hooker. Blitz coming right at him, and down he goes. Jaquez Jones right up the middle, and then Tisdale was able to finish him off. It's a loss of 7.
Watch number 10, the left side of your screen. He comes and just sees the blitz, waits for it to open up, and he hits it. Like he was shot out of a cannon, just right through and untouched to the quarterback, Jaquez Jones.
It's an offense that allows the most sacks in the SEC. Kentucky gets one there. It's 3rd down and long. Hooker, another receiver screen to Jones. Got blockers in front of him. He'll get a bunch of it back. He's going to come up short. Behind Darnell Wright, he gets 14.
Yeah, but this 4-down territory. You want to keep this drive going with a player down for Kentucky.
Fourth down and 4 coming up. That's Isaiah Gibson, the injured Kentucky player. $150 to go. Vols have a couple of timeouts left. A 21-14 Kentucky lead. Let's check into the studio with Kevin.
And Beth, coming up on the DirecTV Stream halftime report, we'll show you how #1 Georgia continued its near historic season defensively earlier today. How #3 Michigan State was knocked off, and #5 Ohio State, #6 Cincinnati. Today was anything but easy for each of those two teams. We'll go through all the top teams in college football coming up when you join us at the half.
Boy, another wacky Saturday around college football. Teams tumbling at the top. A couple more unbeatens go down. As you see Gibson come off to the side, and we're looking at a 4th down. And well, Gibson just hit the deck as he was walking back to the line of scrimmage. But here we go, 4th and 4, Tennessee. Hooker throws to the edge, contact and a flag. As the pass was incomplete, but it looked like Tisdale got to Velus Jones too early.
You're exactly right, Beth. He read it, he saw it, and just got there a little too early.
Pass interference. Defense #7. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Carries an automatic first down.
You think about it, a 4th down, gotta have that moment for the Tennessee offense. Who do you think they would go to? They're gonna go to Velus Jones. And Tisdale just a tad too early. He read it, he was there.
Wait, it was short of the first down too.
Yeah.
Tough break there for Tisdale, and another chance here for Tennessee. Keeping the drive alive. Pressure off the edge, picked up. Hooker with time. Now he'll step up and run with it. Shedding tacklers. He's got a first down, takes a lick and dives inside the 20-yard line. And a red zone chance for the Tennessee offense as he goes for 15.
I thought he had an opportunity to run even earlier in the down. I think right now, he saw the play fake. It was covered. Take off and go. Thought he could have got more.
Wide open across the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. The tight end, Jacob Warren, right up the seam. 18 yards for the score. Third touchdown pass of the first half for Hendon Hooker.
Again, the play action. Everybody's watching the running back. No one's looking at the tight end, Jacob Warren, who just streaks down the middle of the field. All the passes today for Tennessee have been where? To the outside, in the slot. And they finally feature the tight end in the red zone for the touchdown.
Extra is good. All even at 21. 1:14 to play. A 2-minute, 43-second scoring drive. They've got 21 points on the board, and they've run 18 total plays in the first half.
That was 7 points, but it feels like 14 for Tennessee, because not only did they get a good drive in, they developed the rhythm, but they also gave that defense some much-needed rest. So that feels like that score of 7 points is a lot more for this football team. It's a job well done, and still, look, 1:14 left. Hopefully you can hold out and take this thing into halftime tied up.
Boy, it's really developing into a terrific rivalry. So one-sided for years for Tennessee, and under Mark Stoops, Kentucky making some noise in recent seasons, and now the arrival of Josh Heupel and the cranked-up offense along the Tennessee River. Going to take this to another level. They've been squaring off since the late 1800s. It's the third longest played rivalry in the Southeastern Conference. They share a common border and common contempt. And now a common score with 1:14 to play in the half. Toby Wilson to kick it away. Zach Johnson back at the goal line for Kentucky. Hey, the next stop on the F1 schedule, I thought we'd been talking about Fast and Furious here. It's Mexico City, the Grand Prix tomorrow afternoon. Lewis Hamilton trying to chase down Max Verstappen. Our coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific on ABC and your ESPN app. App One tap for the Mexico Grand Prix.
Be interesting to see how does Kentucky handle this. 1:14 left, 2 timeouts. They try to push the ball a little bit down the field, or kind of settle in and try to get this in the halftime as they do receive the second half kickoff.
Levis under center. And they will run it. Nice cutback. And it's Smoke. Picks up 9.5. Might as well keep trying to wear down this defense. And Smoke appears to have a lower leg injury after that run.
Hopefully he's okay. He's walking off the field, and that would be a big blow to this Kentucky offense.
Well, he is struggling to make it to the side here. On this 27th rush of the first half for Kentucky, and gets that leg caught underneath him. Caleb Tremblay with the takedown. This will be the 43rd play of the first half for the Wildcats. Robinson with a touch on the perimeter, runs out of bounds at the 40 to stop the clock. Still with a couple of timeouts, under a minute to go.
You had 2 positive plays. You had the drive starter, the run by Smoke. That kind of got you going. Now another throw to Robinson. Now you're in full 2-minute mode. You're now in striking distance where you know we get a couple more yards. We're in field goal distance, but if you get it all the way down, we can still 7. Still have 7 points to end this half.
Matt Ruffalo, by the way, has missed tonight from 50. So keep that in mind as they try and move this down the field. A fake to Rodriguez, and Levis throws it away. Tremblay was bringing some heat. 2nd and 10.
Tennessee defense is all over that one. Again, just staying deep. They don't want to get beat by the deep play. So understand the situation, knowing that they still have 2 timeouts left, Kentucky does. So they can throw it anywhere on the field. So you got to cover grass, get a little deeper in your drop, keep the wide receivers in front of you.
Cavassier Smoke, by the way, did not go into the medical tent. He's trying to walk it off on the Kentucky sideline, perhaps to try and return in the second half. Levis quick on the release. He's got his tight end rig, and he's got a first down across midfield. Gains 14. That'll stop the clock briefly. Just a 3-man rush. Another catch out on the perimeter is Josh Ali trying to get out of bounds, and he can't. Taylor kept him in. And the second timeout called by Kentucky.
Kentucky. Their second of the first half. It's a 30-second timeout.
So I'll leave it at 21 apiece with 32 seconds to go. Beth Mowins along with Kurt Morrison and Dawn Davenport. Crazy statistics here. Time of possession heavily favoring Kentucky, but 20-21 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, what would you expect in a rivalry game, right? You know, both teams, the fan bases, has been back and forth. The early explosion by Tennessee, but it's been Kentucky's offense getting the drives going, the run game going. A much different Will Levis than we saw a week ago. I wouldn't expect anything different between these 2 teams, right?
Yeah, very entertaining. Big plays, long touchdown passes for Hendon Hooker. He's got 3 of them in the first half. And the ground game has been churning it out for the Kentucky Wildcats. And now Levis trying to drive them down the field to grab the lead heading into the locker room. 1 timeout remaining. And now it's Tennessee with the timeout.
Tennessee, their second of the first half. 30-second timeout.
So they will have 1 remaining.
I've been watching a lot of basketball this week, and this is a 2-for-1 possession for Kentucky. They received the ball to start the second half, so any points here is a plus. So you want to attack the end zone if possible, and this could be that down and distance. 2nd and 4, take a shot, try to get this Tennessee defense off guard, and then have a 3rd down opportunity. But with that 1 timeout still left in your back pocket, and then the ability to stop the ball with the chains moving, there's plenty of time. 32 seconds is a lot of time. No panic, no rush for the Kentucky offense, and then defensively for Tennessee, you're preaching, hey, keep things in front and tackle in bounds like we saw in the previous play.
Sold out tonight at Kroger Field here in Lexington. Robinson's isolated to the top of the screen. Levis looking that way, now shifts his gaze down the middle of the field, right down the hash, and it's dropped. Warren Burrell had the pick and couldn't hold on. Looking for Chris Rodriguez, and he found the orange jersey instead.
Well, he found the wrong guy, Will Levis. He actually had his tight end streaking, Isaiah Cummings, on the right side of the screen. He came open late. He went to the wrong guy and almost got burned there by Burrell, who just drops a for sure interception. But Cummings, the tight end, a little drag across the field, was wide open, but Levis locked in and almost had that one picked off.
3rd down and 4. Good protection. Levis to Robinson, couldn't hold on. Theo Jackson had the coverage, and now you'd be looking at a 57-yard field goal attempt on 4th down.
Yeah, it's a decision time, because you're, like you mentioned, too far out for a field goal, and you don't want to punt it away. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. I like that route combination. Again, same thing. Locate Wan'Dale Robinson if you're the Tennessee defense. Keep 2 sets of eyes on number 1 in the slot.
Blitz coming, Levis to Robinson, incomplete, and Tennessee will take over. 16 seconds on the clock.
Well, that's the guy who they're going for. You knew Robinson in the slot. That's a big key. He's the guy they were going to. He just couldn't hold on to the football. Theo Jackson right there in coverage. But again, if I was Tim Banks, the defensive coordinator, I'm keeping a couple of sets of eyes on Robinson in that gotta-have-it situation. They probably could have stole one there.
So now it turns to Tennessee, who's got a timeout. 16 seconds left. Hendon Hooker already with 3 touchdown passes in this first half. The season long for their kicker, Chase McGrath, is a 48-yarder. And they'll go 4 wides. Hooker throws to the edge. And turning it to the outside for a gain of 8 is Tillman. Clock stops with 10 seconds.
You still have the 1 timeout left. And this time, you can utilize the entire field. You can go take the seam. You can take in between the hashes. That's what you should be guarding if you're Kentucky.
Hooker slings it, caught, and out of bounds at the 41-yard line again by Tillman. They only used 4 seconds there.
Well, I think you got to kick the field goal here. 5 seconds left, not enough time, I believe, to run another play. Either you're going to kick the field goal or go for it for the end zone.
They think they're going to have time. Hooker throws it to the outside, and it is caught. And there are 2 seconds left on the clock and a 14-yard gain.
Efficiency. I'll give you that. Efficiency and belief. That's 3 seconds from snap to finish. A terrific job by Hooker all the way to the outside. And that's Tillman grabbing the ball at his shoelaces and getting out of bounds.
35 yards in 14 seconds to set up this opportunity for Chase McGrath from 43 and the lead into the locker room. Got the leg, and it's good. 3 plays and 35 yards in 16 seconds to set that up for the lead after the 4th down stop for their defense.
And didn't use a timeout. Can you believe that? That's efficiency on the Tennessee side.
A 3-point Tennessee lead as we send you to the studio. Kevin.
Welcome to the DirecTV Stream Halftime Report.
Impressive finish there for Tennessee. How about an impressive start for LSU taking on number 2 Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Sam Acho, Max Johnson, and Brian Thomas made it 7-0.
Yeah, and LSU got the early lead in this game, which was surprising considering the way Alabama's been rolling.
Tide come back, late second quarter, Brian Robinson Jr. to the end zone.
Yeah, 2-yard run, give it to your big man in the backfield.
And then Bryce Young, so much poise and quite a first half for John Mechie so far.
Yeah, you see LSU with the 0 pressure, meaning there's no safety help. That's why Mechie got the touchdown.
Has not been easy, but it's a 14-7 Tide lead over on ESPN. Meantime, on ABC, Oregon in control of its Pac-12 and maybe playoff destiny, taking on Washington. Anthony Brown, picked by Carson Bruner.
Yes, and Washington's defense showed up big. See an interception here. Those are first points of the game.
And then 2 plays later, they make him pay. Sean McGrew from a yard out.
Yeah, once again, they only had at a certain point 24 yards of total offense, but that defense is what set up the offense.
And then a little more defense here. Travis Dye trying to get it out of the end zone. He's tackled for a safety.
Yeah, that's the only signal that defenders love to see most, that safety signal.
9-3, Washington in front on ABC. Of course, the big upset of the day, number 3 Michigan State in West Lafayette taking on Purdue. Aiden O'Connell was tremendous. The trick play here ends up in the hands of Jackson Anthrop.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell threw for 536 yards, but shout out to Jeff Brom, offensive mastermind, pulling all of that tricks out of the hat.
Did you say 536 yards?
536 yards.
Incredible. Purdue led 21-7. Sparty would get back in this one, though. Here's Peyton Thorne, 32 yards.
Yeah, and he had to step up big because Jalen Naylor, their star receiver, was out this game with a hand injury.
You know, the story was every time Michigan State landed a punch, Purdue counterpunched. King Duru takes it in. Doru made it a 28-21 Boiler lead. Fourth quarter. How about the interception by Dedrick Mackey?
Yeah, this is money time. Fourth quarter, you're up by 13 in the end zone. Mackey, huge play, game-winning play.
First loss of the year for Michigan State. Purdue beats a top 5 team for the second time this year. They win it. So, inside the DirecTV Stream halftime report, Kevin Connor, Sam Acho in studio. A chaotic Saturday. It's week 10 of the season. Is there a general theme to this day so far?
Yeah, the theme is just win, baby, win. We've been talking so much about style points, so much about how much you're going to win by. But in all reality, teams have been losing. We saw number 3 Michigan State lose. We saw number 9 lose in Wake. We saw 12 lose, 20 lose, 17 lose. I had to list them, but so many top 25 teams lost. And so for me, the biggest story of this weekend is winning matters.
Number 3 Michigan State loses. Who benefits most?
I would say that Cincinnati benefits most, right? We've been talking about Cincinnati, and they didn't have a pretty win. It was somewhat of an ugly win, but they won. And now number 3 is out of their way. And so if I'm a Cincinnati fan, I'm excited because that means at least I'm moving up 1 up in the rankings.
Well, speaking of the Cincinnati Bearcats, Acho said it wasn't exactly a Picasso, but they do keep on keeping on. Coming up here on the DirecTV Stream halftime report, how the committee's going to view the Bearcats after today. Plus, just how good has the Georgia defense been? And Ohio State, not impressive, but it's a win.
This halftime report is presented by DirecTV Stream.
I do what I want when I want it. I buy my own rocks and I flaunt it. Yeah. Stunning. You know I'm a diamond. Yep. Wow. I'ma celebrate this feeling. Feel elevated. Gotta celebrate it. You know that unstoppable feeling. Every single time that I walk in the building. Ice on me, rain it down like diamond rings. Every day. I be trying to let you know about it.
Tony B here to warn you about this dangerously tasty new beefy black and blue with a 1-2 punch of blue cheese and horseradish aioli. You punch me, Jimmy's Johns, I punch back. Time to play.
It's bumper to bumper out here.
Come on, don't eat the black and blue.
A sucker for blue cheese. Me too.
The new beefy black and blue for a limited time at Jimmy John's.
The best things America makes are the things America makes out here. The history she writes in her clear blue skies, the legends she births on hometown fields, and the future she promises. When we made Grand Wagoneer, proudly assembled in America, we knew no object would ever rank with the best things in this country. But we believed we could make something worthy of their spirit.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that follow you everywhere. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
We only picture the hurdle, the bomb, the breakaway, but our student athletes are so much more. The strong voice, the strong father, the shining example, the hometown's pride, and still someone's really big kid. More than students, more than athletes.
We emit optimism, not exhaust.
We plug in our vehicles as naturally as we charge our phone.
We are Generation E.
We want smart,
Clean and safe.
To also be fun, easy,
and powerful. Ultium.
A battery that charges fast.
runs long.
It fits everyone.
Nobody will be left out.
And that changes everything.
Introducing the Ultium EV platform by General Motors. Everybody in.
Looks like we could get you in on the 30th of next month.
Nothing sooner, even just for birth control?
Even just for birth control.
Tell her about Nurex. She can get her prescription online from a licensed medical provider like me.
And I can do it right now?
That's the best part. With the Nurex app, you can access birth control anytime, no appointment required.
And your medication arrives at your door with free shipping. That's the best part.
Okay, how can every part be the best part?
Well, that's the best part.
Go to Nurex.com to get started.
You're watching the DirecTV Stream Halftime Report.
Earlier today, number 6 Cincinnati, the Rodney Dangerfields of college football. No respect from the committee. Desmond Ridder to Michael Young felt like it opened this game up.
Yeah, and he had to start opening it up because their star running back, Jerome Ford, went down.
But Tulsa would not go away. Davis Brin to Juan Carlos Santana. They'd go for 2 and get it. This was a one-possession game.
Yeah, it was. That's a huge play. Remember, Cincinnati's the #1 ranked passing defense, so to score on them like this is impressive.
Buck 14 to go. Inside their own 2, Ridder fumbles the snap.
Yeah, that's out your mind. Like, what are you thinking? You cannot fumble the ball when you're up by a touchdown inside your 3-yard line.
Tulsa's knocking on the door. This is out your mind too, right? Brin's got to get in.
Yeah, you don't slide. I mean, we saw this a couple weeks ago when the Kansas quarterback slid before it didn't get in the end zone. Just dive, run, stand up, jump, something.
4th and goal. All of that applies to this. Steven Anderson loses it, and Cincinnati hangs on.
Dive, run, stand up, jump, but hold on to the football. That's the most important thing.
Not a masterpiece, but it's a win to get Cincinnati to 9-0. What about number 1 Georgia taking on Missouri today? Look, JT Daniels may be waiting on the sidelines, but Stetson Bennett drops dimes like this. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He doesn't need to, especially with the way the defense is playing and the special teams is playing.
Early second quarter, Georgia was trailing 3-0. It's 7-3 now, and then the aforementioned special teams make another big play.
Yeah, these big plays are what Georgia thrives on. Defensive stops, special team stops, and then they score immediately after.
And then Bennett, Jermaine Burton, third quarter. This one really kind of put things out of reach. Georgia wins 43-6, but Acho, the story continues to be the Georgia defense. I mean, it's the 9th time this season they hold a team to 13 points or fewer. They gave up 59 points on the season. Wake allowed 58 today.
This defense, I'm smiling from ear to ear because this defense just gives me so much joy. Shout out to Will Muschamp. He's the senior defensive analyst for this Georgia defense. He should get a lot of credit for what they're doing.
Dogs move to 9-0. The Ohio State in Lincoln to take on Nebraska. Chris Olave stepped up his game today.
Yeah, he did. Garrett Wilson, who's their leading receiver, was down, so Chris Olave and Smith and Jigba would have to have huge days.
Right, and Jackson Smith and Jigba did just that. How about the move here in the second quarter?
Yeah, I mean, ankles are still left on the ground about 30 yards behind where he moved. 15 catches, 240 yards, school record.
A monster day with 17-3 Ohio State, but Nebraska fans are tired of hearing this, but they hung tough. They played Ohio State well. Adrian Martinez to Samori Toure here.
Yeah, and this is a huge play by Toure. He had a career high in receiving yards, 150, but it was mistakes, small mistakes that kept Nebraska from taking the lead.
And that's sort of been the theme for them. They've been in games, 1-2 possession games, that they're unable to close it out. Steele Chambers, the interception here, puts things away. Ohio State hosts giant killer Purdue next week, 26-17. Indiana, Michigan going on right now. Cade McNamara off a loss a week ago. Here to Hassan Haskins.
Yeah, Hassan Haskins, a running back but a playmaker. Anytime he gets the ball in his hands, he makes plays, as does Blake Corum.
That one down to the 4-yard line. Here's Haskins making another play from 2 yards out behind the big guys.
Yeah, shout out to the offensive line. That credit just as much to them as it is to Haskins.
But Indiana keeping things close here. Of course they are. It's a chaotic Saturday. Chris Childers, the 1-yard touchdown run. 17-7 Wolverines in the second quarter.
We call that
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
Want your clothes to smell freshly washed all day without heavy perfumes? Now they can.
with Downy Light in-wash freshness boosters. Just pour a capful of beads into your washing machine before each load to give your laundry a light scent that lasts longer than detergent alone, with no heavy perfumes or dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. New Downy Light, available in 4 naturally inspired scents.
This is the dimension of imagination.
We need to do something now. Pfeffer, what's the plan?
T-Mobile, sir?
T-Mobile has great phone offers for every customer on every plan.
Okay, hold on a second. You tell me that new and existing customers can get this.
Yup, new and existing customers. And they can get other benefits like free stuff or discounts every Tuesday.
I was gonna say the same thing. That's it. Draw up a contract.
T-Mobile doesn't have annual contracts, sir.
I like that. Oh, I like that a lot.
Great phone deals on every plan, every day, every one.
Wealth is breaking ground on your biggest project yet. Worth is giving the people who build it a solid foundation. Wealth is shutting down the office for Mike's retirement party. Worth is giving the employee who spent half his life with you the party of a lifetime. Wealth is watching your business grow. Worth is watching your employees grow with it. Principal, for all it's worth.
There are moments when doors of opportunity open. Moments when barriers are broken. Moments when you're called to provide hope for someone in need. Moments when you harness something deep inside. Moments when you're drawn to a cause greater than yourself. Moments when champions are born. At the University of Kentucky, this is who we are. This is what we do.
Hey, you! Domino's is giving away $50 million in surprise frees.
A whole pizza?
Yes. Other delivery apps add surprise fees.
Not cheap.
At Domino's, we're giving out surprise frees instead.
Surprise freeze! Surprise what?
Freeze with an R. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free lava cakes, free stuffed cheesy bread, free pizza, or more.
Yes!
Check the Domino's tracker to find out. Where are you gonna have pizza next time?
Domino's!
That's what I love to hear.
It takes a volunteer, connected by a place and a shared sense of purpose, inspired by possibilities, motivated by opportunities, and shaped by the spirit of a community like no other, willing to step forward, ready to give our all. It takes courage to light the way. It takes a volunteer.
This halftime report is presented by DirecTV Stream.
We're about an hour away from a tremendous UFC pay-per-view showdown. Justin Gaethje, number 2 lightweight in the world, opening the pay-per-view 10 Eastern against Michael Chandler. Title shot is on the line. Should be a tremendous stand-up battle. Part of a great card that includes Frankie Edgar, Rose Namajunas, Kamaru Usman, and Colby Covington in their rematch. Will Levis has a touchdown pass and a touchdown run, but Tennessee in front by a field goal at the half. Second half from Lexington is on the way.
We've come a long, long way together. Through the heart.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. Until we meet again.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
1, 2, 3. People say that we don't
stand up straight?
Okay, now let me flip it.
Oh, baby. I got you, baby. I got you, baby.
What is this?
Is that a hairball? They're everywhere.
We have a cat problem.
Gentlemen, the Heisman House is getting a dog.
Go show those cats who's boss.
Well, that didn't work out well.
One crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for you, and a delicious crispy spicy one for whoever needs a little kick in the keister. Get the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich in classic or spicy for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
We picture the student athlete for the hit, the catch, the run. But it's time we picture them for more. The flag bearer, the flag changer, the poet, the big dreams, the huge heart, and the team comedian. More than students, more than athletes.
We've all felt pressured into buying a store's overpriced electronics warranty. Upsy offers affordable and reliable warranties for all your electronics and appliances. Visit upsy.com today.
This past year, we've all let ourselves go a little. But now it's time for everyone to step up their game. With Wolf and Shepherd. Wolf and Shepherds look great with full grain Italian leather and classic styling. But they're my go-to shoes because of how they feel. Cushy, light, and super comfortable. Okay guys, let's get to work.
Cricket presents Unbutton Up Your Day. 2 buttons takes you from IRAs to IPAs. 1 button is reserved for the commanders of dance halls and last calls. And no buttons? Well, this is where legends are born.
Welcome back to ESPN Football, presented by Sonos. And welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Kroger Field here in Lexington. A wild first half of play. And a 24-21 Tennessee lead. They threw for 261. Kentucky did their damage on the ground. Look at that time of possession difference. Under 6 minutes with the football, and yet Tennessee gets 24 points on the board.
Yeah, that was the big thing. Also, too, the third down. So you look at Kentucky, they're able to convert 7 of 9, really kept the drives alive, and you mentioned it. They kept the Tennessee offense on the sideline, but they kept the defense for Tennessee out there way too long.
They did what they wanted, able to control the clock with the run game, but for Tennessee, they had 2 touchdown passes of over 70 yards. Such an entertaining offense to watch. Both quarterbacks doing exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, when you look at Hendon Hooker, what he's been able to do is get the ball to his playmakers early on. You saw it. You get it to Peyton. You get it to Bayless Jones. You find the mismatches that help you out. And then you get to the tight end as well. And then when you think about Will Levis, he hasn't turned the ball over. They wanted to get that part of his game out. And you see the confidence that he had in the first half. Taking off, plunging to the end zone. A very effective first half for Will Levis and Hendon Hooker.
After the touchback, 1st and 10 from the 25 for Kentucky, and the first down throw to Josh Ali, and a gain of 12. That was good for the Cats to see Kavosiey Smoke back in the game. He got dinged up in the first half. We'll go back to Chris Rodriguez here. Rodriguez up the middle and slammed down to the turf by Jaquan Blakely as we send it down to the field, and Don Davenport
Well, Beth, similar conversation from both Kentucky head coach Mark Stoops and Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel. They were not happy with how their team has tackled in that first half. For Tennessee specifically, Josh Heupel pointed out they were out of their gaps, missed tackles. That's why they couldn't get off the field. And he said offensively, we've got to help them out too, and we've got to do that with the run game. Now, meanwhile, Mark Stoops said, yeah, we've held on to the ball for a long time, but if we can't stop Tennessee and match scores, that's not going to matter.
Out to the edge, and Ali shoved out of bounds. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee's got the lead because of a 3-play, 35-yard drive in 16 seconds after a 4th down stop to set up the go-ahead field goal at the end of the second quarter.
Right. They always say work smarter, not harder. The Tennessee offense, they seem to work smarter. They get things done quickly, efficiently. And yet, you look at the Kentucky offense, they had to work a little bit harder. They had a sustained drive, convert on 3rd downs. Can they get some big plays in the second half to get some quick scoring?
7 of 9 tonight on 3rd down. They've got a 3rd and 2 here. Levis will keep on the rollout. Airborne again, and it looks like he's got the first down. Aaron Beasley got him around the ankles. And a little chit-chat going on.
I like the little run-pass option here. He's got 3 levels of a route. Get to the outside, he can throw it to Smoke. He had a deep over route that was developing, but if you don't, both of those are taken away, you go get it yourself. Nice job, Will Levis.
1 rushing, 1 passing touchdown for Levis. Cavassier Smoke, the other running score. Wan'Dale Robinson, that's his 7th catch, and a flag after he stepped out of bounds. Gains 3 there.
Holding. Offense number 6. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That was Ali blocking on the perimeter.
Just got to let him go. At some point, just got to let go. And Ali holding on right there in front of the official. And it cost his team.
There was a takedown of Alontae Taylor, who's making his 28th career start. We heard his quote in the open of the program, what he said this week: we don't lose to Kentucky. That's how they're brought up in the Tennessee program. Hasn't happened often. But the Cats won it last year in Knoxville. They have not won back-to-back Tennessee games since 1977. We're talking Star Wars. We're talking Reggie Jackson. We're talking a long, long time ago when Art Still was out there playing D, the All-American for the Cats.
And now we have a little chit-chat. Is this a false start or offsides? Do they give 5 yards back to Kentucky?
Offside. Defense number 21. In the neutral zone with contact. First down.
That's Amari Thomas. Dawn?
Hey, you guys are talking about this rivalry, gritty, dogfight, tension, lots of bad blood. Who brings the extra fire? Just a couple of the phrases I heard from players from both teams this week to describe it. Both sides said we expect a 4th quarter dogfight. Who's the most physical team? That's the one that's going to come out on top. I've been saying it all week. This is an underrated rivalry. There's a lot of hate between these fan bases.
Oh, yeah. On a 1st and 12 here for Kentucky. Nice cutback by Smoke. We go back down to Dawn. You hear it every day on your radio show in Nashville, don't you, Dawn?
Oh, I sure do. You should have heard it this week. I tell you what, leading into this one, there was a whole lot of talk. We actually had a Kentucky student call in and ask which Tennessee jersey he needed to wear in the student section because he grew up a Tennessee fan. But you see that often. It's just back and forth. I'm trying to spot the guy, but there's a couple of Tennessee jerseys in the Kentucky student section. But that's how deep this rivalry goes. Kids that grew up Tennessee fans go to Kentucky and vice versa.
Yeah, even though they lost to Alabama in their last outing, they were there with the Tide until the 4th quarter, and then things went sideways on them. Throw downfield, and Robinson's got it at the 20-yard line. First down, Cats. Levis beats the blitz again.
Yeah, nice play design, too. He had just enough time to throw. And Wan'Dale Robinson, the route had to develop. And a 27-yard gain by Levis, just keeping his eyes downfield, not affected by the blitz.
On the rollout, Another missed tackle. Inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Kentucky goes Brendan Bates.
And look at Kentucky showing their kind of carbon copy of the Tennessee offense, right? They're going hurry up, speeding things up, and now catching that Tennessee defense off guard a little bit. We know the amount of plays that they had in the first half, and now speeding up on the last couple plays for Kentucky.
13 more yards there. Rodriguez is the offset back. He'll get the call. Breaking a tackle at the 5, and he's down close to the goal line. Say the knee is down inside the 2. Jeremy Banks had him, and then he scored it away.
This is not the same Chris Rodriguez I saw last week. I watched that tape of the Mississippi State game. He didn't run the football the way he's running it today. He's a much angry runner today.
A flag is down. And the arms are raised, and touchdown, Kentucky.
Offside. Defense. Penalties decline. The result of the play is a touchdown.
2 yards for Will Levis, and he grabs the lead back as the Cats are now 4 for 4 touchdowns in the red zone.
And all Levis does is just go to door number 1, and it's wide open. Didn't have to go far. It went left. The door is wide open. Touchdown, Will Levis. Second rushing touchdown of the day.
Another sustained drive, 10 plays, 75 yards, another 5 minutes in their favor. The time of possession is now about 30 minutes to 6 minutes. Will Levis, another score for the Cats, 28-24.
Welcome to Allstate, where we have all new lower auto rates. And savings like that make you feel like you won the whole dang thing. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Tony B here to warn you about this dangerously tasty new beefy black and blue with a 1-2 punch of blue cheese and horseradish aioli. You punch me, Jimmy's Johns, I punch back. Time to play.
It's bumper to bumper out here.
Come on, don't eat the black and blue.
The sucker for blue cheese. Me too.
The new Beefy Black and Blue for a limited time at Jimmy John's.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection. Inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Welcome to that magic realm. Between here and there, a no man's land, and everyone's land. Where great expectations grow, and rewards are given to the swift, the perceptive, and the daring. The Mazda CX-30 Turbo. With all-wheel drive. More power for your pursuit.
You only get one first bite of the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, so you better make it the best one, which is this one here. Oh, but it's also this one. Oh, but this one's a good-looking bite, too. Try the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich today for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Hey, Taco Bell welcomes you to the Live My Student Section of the Year contest. Use hashtag Student Section Sauce To get the committee's attention, go to ESPN.com/Taco Bell to see how your school can compete. The turnout here, sold out at Kroger Field. The students on hand. They've just witnessed the third lead change of the night. And a short kick, they'll stay away from Velus Jones. And Tennessee will get a good return anyways. Out close to midfield and into Kentucky territory goes Jimmy Holiday. And that'll set up the Vols with a 33-yard return on the short kick.
Yeah, short kick backfired. You get the short kick, and you remember you have to now adjust your coverage. So everyone needs to converge on that side, but you got too many cats on the outside of the numbers. 5 guys outside the numbers, the rest on the inside. That's a big pickup. Nice adjustment there for Tennessee.
So their big pass plays got them through the first half. Will they look to try and run it more? They average over 200 a game. They only had 18 in the first half. And they will go with Jabari Small in the backfield and then throw it out to the edge in Velus Jones, and he'll pick up 7 or 8. We'll keep our eyes on whether or not Tyon Evans can return. He got nicked late in that first half. And we do not see him on the sideline just yet for Tennessee as Hooker finds Jones for a first down.
I want to see if they would establish the run. And you mentioned no Tyon Evans. They've only got 18 yards rushing so far, so this may be a game that's just on the shoulders of Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, may just say, let's throw it. Or run it here. Small breaking tackles inside the 10, and he's gone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 37 yards. And a 4th lead change puts Tennessee on top.
Wow. What a block by the right guard. I think it was the block on the right side by Javontae Spraggins. Just coming all the way down. Actually, it was Cade Mays, the tackle. The guard pulled, the tackle comes down and just sealed that. And then Jabari Small just takes off and just makes his Barry Sanders impression by making a guy miss in the open field and racing for a touchdown. What an answer by the Volunteers.
Boy, this is a big play offense. 7 possessions. Our crack statistician Russ DeLynn informs us none of those over 3 minutes. That scoring drive was 43 seconds.
Yeah. Little stop and start. Jabari Small said, no, not small, I'm going big.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's
taste
in there,
better.
she's stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
Subway has so much new, it didn't fit in that last ad. Like the new Artisan Italian and Hearty multigrain bread. It's to eat fresh, refresh at Subway. It's so much new, there's no time for Serena.
Wait, what?
Sorry, we don't even have time to say they were created by world-class bakers. Oh, guess we did.
Seriously?
My bad.
Managing type 2 diabetes?
On it.
On it.
On it with Jardians.
Meet the people who are managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk with Jardians. Jardians is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it can help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. Jardians also lowers A1C, and it may help you lose some weight.
Jardians can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardians with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack? Yep, they're on it with Jardians. Ask your doctor about Jardians.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real?
Yep. We match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically.
Whoa, I got my money.
It's hard to contain yourself, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Well, let it go. Woo.
Get a $1 for $1 match at the end of your first year, only from Discover.
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
This is one of the reasons that there's so much hope around Josh Heupel. 16 more points per game for this offense than a year ago. 31 points on the scoreboard tonight, Kirk, in just 24 plays in just over 6.5 minutes.
The buy-in is there. You know, he talked about it when he became the head coach. That's what I asked him. I said, hey, tell me, what was the buy-in like? He said, it didn't take long. I showed guys that I'm going to put you in some great situations to make you go out there and be successful. And it starts with what he talked about, accountability and connection. Yep. And that's what he's built so far. This is a much different Tennessee team that we've seen in years past.
And you get the sense accountability and consistency is key. We don't need to tell folks on Rocky Top it's been bumpy since Philip Fulmer left as the head coach. Heupel is the 5th different guy in 13 years. And just a couple of those have been winning seasons in the SEC. And they're excited around Rocky Top, aren't they, Dawn?
Yeah, fan base is all in on Heupel right now because you talked about those offensive numbers. Clearly, this is a fun Tennessee team to watch. But I got to tell you, this roster is all in with Josh Heupel. Players I talked to this week raved about really their relationship with the staff as a whole. Beth, you mentioned it. Accountability and connection is what Josh Heupel said that he found out was missing for some of these players that have been here in this program. And his coaching staff was truthful. They were real at practices. They were real after practices. Consistently real is a phrase one player used to describe this coaching staff. The buy-in is there.
Yeah. And the throw here to Ali, he's got a first down. They also got a boost from within their own organization as they have conducted a year-long internal investigation under alleged violations under Coach Jeremy Pruitt. They didn't disclose their findings, but they did announce that they will not self-impose a bowl ban. So that means if they can pick up a couple of wins, they could be bowl eligible. However, the NCAA, we remind you, has yet to weigh in, so that could change, but no self-imposed bowl ban for Tennessee. Good strong run from Chris Rodriguez, and as we know, and you've seen in your days as a player, Kirk, those extra bowl practices, that extra bowl game, and the excitement and the experience that provides.
Well, you talk about a clean slate. He said that we had no slate because when Josh Heupel came in, he's like, everybody was transferring out. I didn't know who I was going to have on my roster, who I was going to have to go out there and coach. But you saw early on, they felt that, look, you're coming here to play. I'm going to put you in some good situations. And so far, the buy-in is there, but man, they got some upcoming guys.
How about the clash next week of the Georgia defense against this up-tempo offense?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Levis incomplete. McCullough had the coverage on Rigg. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
I think you can boo all you want to the fans here. They didn't like that there was no call on the play, but a good job there by Jalen McCullough. He was right there as the pass was thrown. Stayed off the tight end, and it was good technique. He got the hand across in the inside and knocked it down. That's technique clinic work there by Jalen McCullough.
Looking at 3rd and 6 now for Will Levis. 20 for 28, 210 yards passing for Will. They only rush 4. Levis with time across the middle, caught. And a first down into Tennessee territory for Josh Ali. Gains 13 on his 6th catch of the day.
Well, Wan'Dale Robinson's at the number 3 wide receiver. And you see there's 2 sets of eyes on Robinson. And it leaves the other wide receiver wide open, Ali. A terrific play call there by Lane Cohen, the offensive coordinator. Knowing that Tennessee is going to converge on Robinson, you find Ali for the first down.
They've converted 9 of 11 3rd down chances. There's room and space in that vapor trail left behind Wan'Dale Robinson for other guys to slip into. No gain on that run from Cavassier Smoke. Solon Page, the 3rd linebacker. They only rotate really about 3 guys since they lost Juwan Mitchell. It'll be 2nd down here. Kentucky coming in tonight ranked 18th in the country, one of 7 ranked teams in the first reveal of the college football playoff, with Georgia and Alabama in the top 2 spots. Intercepted. A lot of green grass for Taylor, and he will take it the other way for the pick 6. Alontae Taylor, the senior from Manchester, Tennessee. And for Volunteer fans, the Cookie Monster gets the INT.
And the Cookie Monster read this one all the way. But he's in a squatting stance on the outside, and he just saw the ball get delivered and never broke stride. He took off running, caught the football, and just kept going. And then gave me a little something in the end zone, a little shimmy over there by the Cookie Monster. Alontae Taylor. Wow.
55 yards the other way. And so both sides are able to cash in on a takeaway tonight. Extra point is good. A 10-point Tennessee lead. And a name, image, and likeness cookie for Volunteer fans tonight.
Are you ready for Monday night?
I told you I was gonna win.
With Windows 11, gaming performs to another level.
Let's go.
And when it comes to streaming movies, we haven't really experienced any buffering. It's so cool that we'll have access to movie theater level quality pretty much anywhere.
Seeing it load up that quick, I was genuinely surprised.
I can't believe there's no lag. I didn't realize how bad you were until I got these really good graphics.
We're getting destroyed out there. We need a plan.
Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us.
You want fries with that?
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
On a joyous Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
By the power vested in me by the city of Fansville, I now pronounce you fan and wife.
Natalie drops back into the pocket. It's a 3-step drop. Trish is wide open. Here comes the throw. Oh, Becky with the pick. Holy mackerel. We take a look at it. See that full extension by Becky? Let's go back to the action. Oh! At this point, it's anyone's bouquet. Up next, the garter toss.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ethan.
And I'm Danielle. Did you know Toyota has more all-wheel drive vehicles than anyone else?
15 to be exact, including the legendary Off-Road King 4Runner.
The rugged Tacoma, the #1 selling truck in its class.
This Ben's a hybrid that gets 40 mpg.
Or the best-selling Camry, made even better with all-wheel drive.
During Toyota's fall savings, get $500 TFS APR cash on new 22 Camrys.
Or 1.9 financing on remaining new 21 Venzas.
When you run the numbers,
Toyota is #1.
Toyota. Let's go places.
After years of being broke, when I finally started to make money, I was like, I need to make this money work for me. I tell people all the time, especially women and women of color, let's build wealth. Even if it is, bit by bit, year by year, that helps to change the dynamics. And that actually is like directly activism. I really, really want women to be a part of what I feel is a revolution in finance right now. Kentucky's Mark Stoops, the head coach, he said, look, we got to get the turnovers fixed with Will Levis, but I want you to watch Alontae Taylor, the cornerback for Tennessee. Watch his eyes. His eyes are on Will Levis, and Levis just throws a blind throw out there to Wan'Dale Robinson. Taylor just watched the quarterback the entire time and just took off and got a little shimmy Little shimmy action there. Achievement, a little woo, woo by Alontae Taylor. Another game-changing play for an outstanding football player from the Tennessee Volunteers.
And remember, he's the guy this week to the Tennessee media said, hey, we don't lose to Kentucky. He's trying to make that happen, Don.
Yes, he is. You know what? Alontae Taylor came in as a wide receiver, had over 8,200 yards and 75 touchdowns receiving in his high school career. It was Jeremy Pruitt, the old Tennessee coach, who actually moved him to DB as a freshman. He told me this week that he fought it. He thought he was going to play in the league as an offensive guy. Didn't even know how to backpedal. He was so uncomfortable. But he also said he is so grateful now that Pruitt made that decision for him, pointed out, took him a while to get the position. Sure does look good, though, tonight.
And he made the play, and then something happened afterwards because he went into the tent. He's not out there right now as Levis will run for a first down and a gain of 18. It was Taylor's replacement, Haddon, that made the tackle.
And now the Kentucky offense has to come from behind. It was a little bit easier early on when the game is sort of kind of close. You're able to still run your offense. So if you're Lane Cohen, the offensive coordinator for Kentucky, you're just reminding your quarterback, Will Levis, you can't get it all back with one throw. Continue to have the methodical drives and keep this Tennessee defense on the field.
Smoke maybe got one. Even the defense, Kirk, is big play capability. A 55-yard touchdown on a pick six to go with a pair of 70-yard plus scores for the offense in the first half.
Well, you want to still a score back. You want to find a way to get this thing as close as possible into the fourth quarter, and you got to hope that your conditioning offensively will take over, because this Tennessee defense has played a lot of plays.
How about 33 minutes? They've been out there for 60. This will be the 68th play that the Tennessee defense has been out there. Levis, 5 guys coming after him. Will run it out across the 45. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Jeremy Banks with another tackle.
Yeah, took a shot at the end of that play. Hit Levis.
Don't forget the new college football playoff reveal on Tuesday night. And in all likelihood, that will change with Michigan State losing at Purdue. Oregon in trouble with Washington tonight. Cincinnati barely beating Tulsa, and Ohio State rather, a squeaker over Nebraska. Georgia looked impressive. First down throw across the middle to Cummings.
Oh man, that's a tough throw. You talk about a tough quarterback hanging in there. Watch this was the previous play at the end. He takes a little shot, gets down. You can tell he was a little banged up. And then he comes right back staring. You can see the eyes. He's like, whew. A bunch of big volunteers landing on him, and then on 3rd down, being able to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike for a first down.
10 of 12 now on 3rd down. 435 through the air. He's also run it for 59. And one big mistake, the interception, and that pass is dropped. Cummings looked like he had it in double coverage. Theo Jackson, we've called his name quite a bit.
You got to help your quarterback on that one. I mean, Cummings it's a tight window, but you got to come down with that catch. And Will Levis put that one right on the money. You get 2 hands, that's a tight window. That's 2 hands on the football. You got to come down. Way to fight through the end, though, there by Jackson. You got to help your quarterback on that one.
Levis now 22 of 32 with a touchdown and an interception. Smoke trying to weave through the defense. Thrown down after a gain of a couple. And now Kentucky's got them right where they want them, 3rd down. They need 8. They've only been stopped twice on 3rd down tonight.
You haven't seen a ton of tackles for loss, though. And that's what Tennessee has kind of pride themselves on. So you give a ton of props to the Kentucky offense, right? They've been getting great push. Only 1 tackle for loss on the game. And that's why this 3rd and 8, I can see this still as 4-down territory as well.
Well, they have not used their punter tonight. Colin Goodfellow, haven't needed him. On 3rd and long, they pick up the blitz, incomplete. Down around the 20-yard line, and it's Theo Jackson again with another pass breakup in front of Wan'Dale Robinson. And way away from the play, there are flags down on the near side.
I want to know if they get Danico Slaughter, number 0. A little illegal touch and illegal hands.
Defense, 0.
Boom.
It's a 10-yard penalty and carries an automatic first down.
Yeah, he was the corner on the outside and just got a little too handsy. He guessed the route. Always take away the inside first. Take away the inside, but that's a terrific route by Ali, selling the outside, getting him to commit. And then when he goes back in, Slaughter held the jersey. That's a learning moment right there for Danico Slaughter. 3rd down, take away the inside first. Make the quarterback throw the long pass to the outside.
Levis under center. Rodriguez. And run play action with Chris. Levis, a lot of room to run. He'll get the first down, little shake and bake inside the 20. And it's back to the red zone where Kentucky has been 4 times and scored 4 touchdowns.
This is the growth of a quarterback. He wants to take the big shot. He wants the big throw to the end zone. But if it's not there, go get some positive yards. Picks up a first down, keeps the chains moving.
72 yards rushing, 235 yards passing, and oh, we forgot, 15 yards receiving. He caught a ball in that first half. My bad. Good total yardage numbers, trying to get his team within a score. Rodriguez cuts it back to the 15. Tremblay with the tackle. Smoke, Rodriguez, and Levis all rushing for over 50 yards, and that has now put them over the 200-yard mark on the night.
Yeah, they wanted to get back to their identity. And their identity is running the football. This offensive line, we talked about it throughout the first half, they were salty. And last week in Mississippi State, they felt they just weren't physical enough. They've been the more physical team. It's just that Tennessee's been scoring at will.
2 tight end set. Levis on 2nd down, slings it for Robinson, caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
I want you to see this double move by Wan'Dale Robinson. He's right in the slot. Watch the double move. Just a stutter step that freed him up. And it caught both secondary players for Tennessee. Which one takes him? There was 2 guys in the end zone. But it's just a quick stutter that gave just a little bit of confusion. And a nice throw by Levis for the touchdown.
9 catches, 109 yards, and now the 15-yard touchdown catch for Wan'Dale Robinson. 2nd TD toss for Will Levis, and it's 38-35 with 1:20 to go in the 3rd.
First of all, it starts with the protection. All day to throw the ball, but another outstanding route by Wan'Dale Robinson, who Mark Stoops told us, yes, I don't know if I should say this, but he's exceeded the expectations that we've had for him coming in as a transfer from Nebraska. He's a smart football player. You can put him anywhere on the field, and he's showing just how diverse of a route tree that he has in his arsenal.
9 plays, 75 yards, just over 5 minutes. You know, we were curious. You know, he's such a tremendous athlete. You think of Lynn Bowden, who was here a couple of years ago, and they moved him to quarterback. And, you know, is there any carryover from some of the things you were able to do with Lynn that you could do with Wan'Dale? And actually, they said, you know what, he really wanted to get away from being in the backfield like he was at Nebraska. That was one of the reasons he wanted to come to Kentucky. And get him out in space, get him touches downfield, and that's what they've been doing all season. That's his 6th touchdown catch. And his 4th game this year of over 100 yards receiving. Tennessee will have it out at the 25. Hey, kick off your Week 9 NFL Sunday at 10 Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN. Get all the early breaking stories, injury updates, all the fantasy information you need. And it all leads up to Monday Night Football with the Bears and Steelers in Pittsburgh. How about Pittsburgh? 3 wins in a row. They have resurrected their season.
Well, they got back to their identity.
Yes,
right?
they did.
We talked about Kentucky get back to their identity. The Steelers got back to running the football. Another former SEC guy. Yeah. Najee Harris running the ball well for the Steelers, getting them going again.
Out across the 40 for Jabari Small and a first down run. Hooker, he's going to run with it. He'll get across midfield. Down to the 40-yard line. Hauled down by DeAndre Square, and 2 more big chunk plays. That one goes for 19.
And the Kentucky defense looks confused. Hands on hips, trying to figure out what's going on. And Tennessee, the up-tempo offense, right back down the field.
Hooker will heave that out of bounds. Boy, what a find, though, Hendon Hooker has been. By the way, terrific story Marty Smith did on Hendon Hooker and his family. Of course, his dad, a terrific quarterback, North Carolina A&T Hall of Famer. His brother Austin, he went to watch him play with his family in the bye week last week. Coming over from Virginia Tech, and after a COVID health scare, has really enjoyed taking over at quarterback. And boy, is Tennessee happy they only have a couple of scholarship guys left after some transfers.
Well, he brought leadership, and when you got a new head coach, you bring leadership, especially on moments like this, 3rd and long.
Hooker down, field incomplete, and it's 4th down. He was looking for Jalen Hyatt. Check that was Tillman.
And he had him. He had Tillman wide open, and he just missed it. That was a for sure touchdown if he puts it out there, but 4th down.
They don't even think about the punter. They'll go for it.
Three receivers left. Safety back to the middle.
Hooker looks left. Pusher coming. Ball is out. And down goes Hendon Hooker. And Tennessee gets a 4th down stop. Abadi Fitzgerald, DeAndre Square leading the way.
Yeah, Abadi Fitzgerald got there first. He beat his offensive lineman off the ball first to get Hooker off the spot. And then Square comes in to finish the job. That's a nice call there by Brad White. On 4th down, they decided to blitz. And they caught the Tennessee offense looking for the big play and couldn't get it done.
Boy, it was fun talking with Brad White this week. You know, he talked about you got to come down with bad intentions, and playing in the SEC, you got to put your face on somebody, and his defense did just there.
He sure did.
And then they jump. There, Rosenthal.
Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. First down.
We've already had 4 lead changes as Tennessee jumped in front by 10 here in the 3rd quarter, and now Kentucky trying to make it back-to-back scoring possessions. Still no Alontae Taylor in the secondary. After his pick 6, he appeared to get hurt and has not returned since. And what may be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Rodriguez out to the 45. Gain of 7. And the teams will head to the other end of the field. A 3-point game heading to the 4th quarter. Battle of the Borders, a good one.
Hey, I can tell you're a fan. Lucky for you, nothing keeps you connected like AT&T 5G.
5G, huh? Is that fast?
Oh yeah, it's fast.
And is it reliable?
Definitely is.
What about secure?
Oh yeah, it's secure.
Love it.
How many of those you got?
I don't know.
You're very good at whatever this is.
You flatter me.
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection, inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Hey, you! Domino's is giving away $15 million in surprise frees.
Other delivery apps add surprise fees. At Domino's, we're giving out surprise frees instead. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free food.
I love it.
From Domino's.
Just because the seasoning and flow's already active. Only 4 years.
Every home should be a haven. IKEA.
Here we go now, let's make our own way. Now is the time and we'll make it okay. We can make our own way.
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
I like to get up to 30% off my auto insurance with Safe Pilot.
Mr. Gronkowski, USAA is for the military community and their families. That's what makes us special.
Oh, but I'm special.
USAA, only for the military community. With Downy infusions, let the scent set the mood. Feel the difference with Downy.
And it's NBA on ESPN time.
Friday on ESPN.
Welcome back to the SEC on ESPN. Phone flashlights are on at Kroger Field. We got a good one here in Lexington. A good one going on, LSU and Alabama. Just announced tonight, College Game Day will be headed down to the Grove next week. Ole Miss and Texas A&M. And Levis had his man Josh Ali juggled and dropped. 2 touchdowns rushing, 2 touchdowns passing for Will. Also a pick 6 to Alontae Taylor, who has returned to the secondary after missing a possession. Four lead changes already. And a remarkable night statistically. The Volunteers have scored 38 points on 30 plays. They've only had the football 7 minutes and 45 seconds. On this drive, Kentucky could hit 40 minutes time of possession. Levis to the air, caught out on the edge. And Cummings.
Wow, what a first down.
12.
That's a first down. That's what a throw. They're only rushing 3 and 8 men behind. And Levis finds the weak spot in the defense. Right in front of the safety, behind the corner. That's a tremendous throw because you got to have a little arc, but also the trajectory to put the ball right where it needs to be. And Cummings picking up the first down.
11-13 on 3rd downs. Levis now 261 yards throwing. Blitz right up the middle, and they will throw him down for a loss all the way back at his own 42-yard line. It's Byron Young bringing the heat. First sack of the night.
And that's just a great stunt. It's the tackle goes first, and in the end goes to the inside. So watch 6, Byron Young comes all the way on the inside and gets the loss for 11. Backing the Cats up.
2nd down and 21. And a collision in the backfield, and down goes one of the officials who ran into Chauncey Magwood.
Gotta make sure he's okay.
Center judge Chris Garner.
Just
too many men in motion on that one.
Yeah.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah, remember
Pride may have been hurt a little bit, but
he holds the football for ready for play from the head official. And as he's trying to get out of there, just a little incidental contact.
4 receivers go right. Levis, just a 3-man pressure across the middle, almost picked. Knocked down by Flowers. And it's 3rd down and long. And an injured player for Kentucky. And that is Darian Kennard, who's wearing the John Schlarman number 65 jersey tonight. We'll take a timeout. I'll be back in a moment.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first?
No way! Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
The best things America makes are the things America makes out here. The history she writes in her clear blue skies, the legends she births on hometown fields, and the future she promises. When we made Grand Wagoneer, proudly assembled in America, we knew no object would ever rank with the best things in this country. But we believed we could make something worthy of their spirit.
On a joyous Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
By the power vested in me by the city of Fansville, I now pronounce you fan and wife.
Natalie drops back into the pocket. It's a 3-step drop. Trish is wide open. Here comes the throw. Oh, Becky with the pick. Holy mackerel. We take a look at it. See that full extension by Becky? Let's go back to the action. Oh! At this point, it's anyone's bouquet. Up next, the garter toss.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
This past year, we've all let ourselves go a little. But now it's time for everyone to step up their game. With Wolf and Shepherd. Wolf and Shepherds look great with full grain, Italian leather, and classic styling. But they're my go-to shoes because of how they feel. Cushy, light, and super comfortable. Okay, guys, let's get to work.
We've all felt pressured into buying a store's overpriced electronics warranty. Upsy offers affordable and reliable warranties for all your electronics and appliances. Visit upsy.com today. Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers. We'll also throw in a free annuity rate report, absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today.
ESPN, home of the college football playoff. Run it.
Second playoff reveal coming up on Tuesday. Hopefully Darian Kennard is okay. Appeared to be poked in the eye on that last play. They brought his helmet over to the sideline to put a shield on it for him in the hopes that he could return. Wan'Dale Robinson down inside the 45, tackled by Theo Jackson. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. For Robinson, his 10th touch, 121 yards receiving. Check that 4th down. Offense will stay in there.
Yeah, the big sack, remember earlier, that pushed Kentucky back. So they got half of the yardage or a little bit more than have to give them opportunity here on 4th down.
On their 81st play of the night. Levis, all-out blitz coming. Will in trouble, and he's sacked back inside the 45. Second sack of the possession, and the pressure is good for Tennessee. That's Byron Young, and he's got both of them, and a loss of 11.
Man, they just bring the house. They bring everybody, just one-on-one on the outside, and just they brought too many guys, and Kentucky not enough to withstand the charge from the Volunteers. A nice call on 4th down again, bringing the pressure, just not enough guys to protect.
Especially with that defensive lineman out. Kennard, one of their best blockers, had to come out for the play, and they were all over Jeremy Flax off that right side.
I saw Wandale Robinson one-on-one with the guy, said that's the matchup you want, and they realized they're probably going to bring pressure.
Jalen Wright is in here at tailback, the 3rd guy of the night. It's been all Jabari Small in the second half. We have not seen the return of Tyon Evans, who was out with an injury in that first half. And here they come again up tempo. Hooker, play action, looking for the deep ball. Tillman underthrown, and Cedric goes back to make the catch inside the 10. High pointed it over. Carrington Valentine got mossed on the play.
Oh, you read my mind. I said that better be on You Got Mossed on Monday. You talk about adjustment back to the football. Cedric Tillman, a terrific play. And now we got an injured Wildcat. And I got my air quotes coming up when I say injured Wildcat as the Volunteers hurry up to the football.
A gain of 37.
Just watch the adjustment by Cedric Tillman. This ball's thrown in the air, and just to come all the way back. Yeah, that's a You Got Moss right over the top of number 14, Carrington Valentine. A terrific catch, and then Valentine down to the ground.
Looking at his left leg for Hendon Hooker, 14 of 18 for 310 yards. So yards per throw tonight. As we work the calculator as fast as we can. I was told there would be no math.
We've got a ton of time. A ton of time.
It's a lot. So, over 17 yards per catch, per throw. So Valentine will come off to the side. Amazingly enough, with all the points on the board for Tennessee, they've had so many big plays. This is only their second red zone trip of the evening.
Yeah, it's been the big play over and over, and we saw it there on the last one. Cedric Tillman going up and making a big play. And just when you thought Kentucky was on the verge of scoring and taking the lead, they don't. Turn over on downs. And now the Volunteers knocking on the door.
Wright stays in the game at running back. Hooker to the corner, back of the end zone, a foot down, caught, touchdown. Cedric Tillman from 6 yards out, and he's got his 5th TD catch of the season. It's the 4th touchdown pass of the night for Hooker.
Coverage recognition, that's what that touchdown was. Coverage recognition from Hendon Hooker. And there was just, I mean, the defender doesn't even get a hand on him to reroute him. That ball's thrown perfectly from Hooker to Tillman for the touchdown. That's picture perfect right there. That's what you want to see. Quarterback, wide receiver on point.
Boy, what makes them so dangerous is you can't defend just one guy. That's a touchdown throw to all 3 of their starting receivers and to their starting tight end tonight for Hendon Hooker. 45-35, Volunteers in the 4th.
You can go big, or you can go big. Bigger fries, bigger drink. Just 80 cents more with any meal. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
They're nice but irritating. Their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking. The Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never. We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
There are beautiful ideas that remain in the dark. But with our new multi-cloud experience, you have the flexibility you need to unveil them to the world.
We're getting destroyed out there. We need a plan.
I have a plan. Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
It has the most advanced iPhone camera ever.
I'm talking new customers. I'm talking existing customers like Ronald.
The new iPhone on T-Mobile. Let's do it!
New and existing customers can upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us on our most popular plan, Magenta Max.
Do we have a plan for the second half?
Nah, we're gonna get cream.
But we'll be on T-Mobile.
Hey there, you getting some gas?
Just using your squeegee.
Well, the squeegee kind of comes with gas.
Squeegee isn't free?
Oh, that's free with gas.
Yeah, but it's a plug-in hybrid. I don't need gas.
Well, no gas, no squeegee.
No gas, no squeegee?
No gas, no squeegee.
No gas, no squeegee.
Now free squeegee?
Now free squeegee.
Squeegee.
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EV.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Sonos. Experience game-changing sound made easy. And in part by Discover, exceptionally common sense.
Another big win for Kentucky in this rivalry, but Hendon Hooker trying to get Tennessee the big road win. The unstoppable player, 316 through the air, 4 touchdowns, Kirk, to 4 different guys.
It's been nothing but positives for Hendon Hooker. The only criticism I could say is he had a mishandled snap and exchange early on. That was the early turnover for the Tennessee offense, but other than that, he's had a fantastic game today, finding it all different wide receivers, the running game working, taking off when needed. Definitely impressed me so far.
Mel Kiper's got him in his top 10 quarterbacks right now around the country. How about a studio update right now from Kevin?
All right, Beth, it is time for today's Capital One fan vote. Slow start in a driving rain, Acho, but here comes Oregon behind Travis Dye.
Yeah, Travis Dye. He's been carrying the load for this Oregon offense the last couple weeks. Huge play.
45 yards down inside the 2, and then Anthony Brown takes it in.
Yeah, takes it in, calls his own number, up 17-9.
Over on ABC, Beth.
All right, so Oregon and Alabama in tight ones tonight. 3 of the 4 top 4 playoff contenders trying to get a win. We know Michigan State lost earlier today, so they will get dropped in the playoff reveal on Tuesday night. Terrific college basketball triple header with South Carolina women against NC State, and then all the big boys. Kentucky Duke will be playing. Kansas, Michigan State should be a lot of fun. The reveal will be between the men's doubleheader from Madison Square Garden on Tuesday. Another 10-point deficit for Will Levis in this Kentucky offense. Robinson continues his big night, spinning away from a would-be tackler. He's inside the 45 with his 11th catch for 147 yards. He's got 25 there.
It's amazing what play action does, right? It keeps the linebackers near the line of scrimmage, and it opens a window for Levis to get the ball to Robinson. This is what the play action does for Kentucky. The big play off the successful run on first down by Rodriguez.
Second game in a row now that the Kentucky offense has possessed the football for over 40 minutes. They lost to Mississippi State with that advantage last week. They're trailing tonight, even though Tennessee has only had the football for 8.5 minutes. Can their defense hang on here in the fourth quarter?
You got to find a way. You got to dig down deep. And you have to find a way to get another turnover. This is part of the game where you may start taking chances up 10, maybe trying to jump a couple routes if you're Tennessee.
2nd and 10 for Levis. They'll run it. Rodriguez. Again, they run into the blitz and they beat it as he rumbles down inside the 25 for their 30th first down of the night.
Yeah, QB under center and just hand off direct runs. This is where Chris Rodriguez, I think, is at his best. Just going downhill. Hand the ball off, go find the opening, and just go. And that's when I think he's most effective going north and south.
He's 2 yards shy of 100 on the evening. 217 yards rushing for the Wildcats. As Cavassier Smoke will take his turn. The fake to McClain. And the throw inside the 10. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Kentucky. It's Isaiah Cummings.
This is hard on a linebacker because linemen aren't supposed to lie to you. But this time, the Kentucky offensive line, you get a puller. So all the linebackers are thinking it's run, it's a fake, and Isaiah Cummings right behind the linebackers who ran up for the run fake is wide open for the touchdown. Will Levis celebrates because a terrific play call. You get the linebackers to overcommit, and Levis with the strike to Cummings. A little work at the end for the touchdown. 75 yards in just 5 plays. A little 2-minute drill for the Kentucky offense. And here we go. It's back to a 3-point game. 9:36 to play in the fourth in Lexington.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection, inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Duluth Trading Fire Hose Fabric outlasts. Four-wheeling, two-wheeling, corn whispering, cornholing, cheering, chilling, chili dogs, real dogs, dad duty, DIY, date night, late night, nosy neighbors, fiery feats, truck stuff, going Dutch, 9 to 5ing, 5 to 9ing, no service, and service required. Fire hose every function. Only at Duluth Trading.
Tender pork, tangy pickles, delicious sauce. Any one of these alone would make a good sandwich. But to be the most important sandwich of the year, I'd humbly suggest having all three. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
A lion! Ah, yes, the king of the jungle. Time for a Red Bull.
Red Bull? Still, you'll never be faster than a lion.
I don't have to be quicker than the lion, just faster than you.
Red Bull gives you wings.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea,
try Pepto-Bismol with a powerful coating action for fast and soothing relief. Pepto-Bismol for fast relief when you need it most.
Happy, so happy, let's hit the open road. Camp without a tent, talk without a phone.
Kick off your boots.
Cook something new.
The meeting just started. Careful, you're on mute.
Catch a snuggle bug.
Warm up your buns.
Bring your friend Dave.
And the only song he knows.
Host a movie night.
Get your Zen on.
Nice to feel at home everywhere you go.
Wait till you see this.
assemble.
Are you ready for that?
Eternal, rated PG-13.
The Mexico Grand Prix, presented by Mother's Polish, tomorrow on ABC.
Short work for Kentucky and the 24-yard touchdown catch. Isaiah Cummings from Will Levis, who now has 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. And it's back to a 3-point game. Problem for Kentucky has been the big play capabilities for the Tennessee offense, even the defense scoring with a pick 6. They have a couple of 70-plus yard pass plays tonight. And let's send it down to Dawn.
Well, guys, Tennessee starting running back Tyon Evans was injured in the first half tonight. He's been on the sideline for all of this fourth quarter. He's been running a little bit, almost seems like he's been running to try and stay warm. I did ask Josh Heupel about his status at halftime. He said he thinks he'll be okay, but he's got the hand warmers on. His helmet is not near him, so I don't know if we're going to see him again. Nothing official yet from Tennessee.
Yeah, that's been an issue throughout the season for the Vols, getting Evans and Small together in the same game. And we've also seen some Jalen Wright now here in the second half. Jalen is in there at tailback, and the throw to the edge incomplete. Looking for Payton, and the coverage from Mosley. 2nd and 10.
Kentucky's defense has to rise up in this moment. Communicate and be able to make a play.
Blitz off the edge, and they'll catch him in the backfield. Jaquez Jones was there.
Yeah, it was the blitz from Tisdale on the outside. Tisdale comes up. He forces the play inside, and he runs right into the arms of Jaquez Jones. Huge 3rd down here for both sides.
They've only had a 3rd down 4 times tonight. They're 1 for 4. Four guys coming. Hooker will run for it, and he'll get it. Out to midfield, and a 1st down, Tennessee, as he rushes for 25.
You saw it, Beth. You saw it, 4-man rush. And everyone's in coverage. Everyone's got their eyes on their man, but Hooker finds the opening for the 1st down.
50 yards rushing now for Hendon, over 300 passing. Wright breaks a tackle down inside the 45. The freshman from Durham, North Carolina, he's only appeared in 4 games with 28 carries, called upon here in the second half. Ball's out. Hooker has to fall on it, and another exchange issue. 2nd one of the night, and a loss of 1.
That wasn't an exchange. It was Wright, the true freshman, just got in the way. He got in the way and actually bumped into Hendon Hooker, and the ball popped out. Remember, true freshman in a big-time moment here in the game.
3rd and 4. Wright makes up for the mistake. 1st down. Close to the 30. Yusuf Corker saved the touchdown.
Oh, what a block by the center, though, Cooper Mays. He got 2. He got one guy to get the seal, and he came in and got another one, and Wright was able to slip in right behind for the big game.
More of Wright. Got a couple.
And that was just a game of keep away if you're Tennessee. Offensively, you're going to score quickly. That's what you normally do. But can you sustain a big drive right here toward the end of the game? You almost feel like if you score a touchdown here, that's just maybe too much to overcome for Kentucky.
They've run it better here in the second half, including the 37-yard touchdown run by Small, as Jones is the Kentucky player down on the field.
Yeah, well over 100 yards in the second half. They've really established a run and really gotten him not only some big plays, but it's also helped kind of keep the consistency. And the big plays on the passing game have also been there as well.
Let's check in with the studio.
And Beth, we are counting you down. A look at Sincere McCormick closing in on 1,000 yards for one of the real good stories in college football. Unbeaten UTSA, one of 5 remaining undefeated teams. They're set to kick things off against UTEP. The game will start 10:25 p.m. Eastern on ESPN News. and continue here on ESPN2 once our game goes final.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see UTSA. That's a big game. Conference USA with UTEP. So with Wake Forest and Michigan State losing today, it's down to Georgia, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, and the Roadrunners. That's it.
Roadrunners of UTSA. Well, national TV tonight. Get a chance to see the Roadrunners put in some work.
USC at Arizona State, the late game on ESPN tonight. On 2nd and 8 for Tennessee. Trying to bounce that lead back up to 10. Right with the carry. Big hole inside the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, Tennessee. For Jalen Wright, he takes it 22 yards.
The vision of a true freshman. Being able to see and watch, ride the wave, and get all the way to the outside.
More of Wright to the 5.
He's got the hot hand. Just keep handing it off to the true freshman. Keep handing it off and let him go. You get your opportunity, you take it.
Wright and Carvin and Mays and Spraggins and the other Mays. Up front, leading the way on this drive. Hooker in trouble. Wrapped up and sacked back at the 10-yard line.
Wow. That play.
J.J. Weaver and DeAndre Square.
Well, J.J. Weaver and Square better go give Carrington Valentine a big hug. They better go give him a handshake because he's the one that made the play. It was Valentine's coverage on Tillman. He locked him up. That was the guy that Hooker wanted to go to. Couldn't because of the coverage by Valentine.
Loss of 5, and it's 3rd down. 4 receivers bunched right.
This is where the quarterback run, the quarterback keeper is activated on the 4x1.
Hooker in trouble again, and he's wrapped up back at the 20. Gibson got to him, and a flag is down on the near side at the 10.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 88. It's a 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Oh, that's a costly penalty because it's repeat the down. So that play doesn't count.
Wow. That's a big break for Tennessee.
Big break for Tennessee. That could have been.
So it would have been 4th down, and now they'll keep the ball here. 3rd down, they'll lose some yardage. But another chance on 3rd and goal. Four guys coming. Hooker slides to his left, and down he goes. The Kentucky defense showing up strong, and it's 4th down.
Wow. That's just way to converge. You got guys just flying around. And that's what that's team defense. Team defense by Kentucky. You don't get them on the first time. You got to converge, and Weaver was able to finish the job.
Chase McGrath on to attempt the field goal. Make this a 6-point game. A 35-yarder. He's already hit from 43. And he missed it. Wide right. 3-point game. 4:42 to go. Kentucky with the football. McGrath pushed it. And the Cats have it when we come back.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's in
taste
there,
better.
she's stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on-demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome to Allstate, where savings from our new lower auto rates follow you everywhere. Now, get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Yo, Ruffles without ridges is like a daredevil without the daring.
Not doing that.
No way!
The model looked smaller.
Ruffles! Own your ridges! Surprise freeze are coming! Domino's has surprise freeze!
Other delivery apps add surprise fees, but Domino's is adding up to $50 million in surprise frees to online delivery orders. And we tried some unique ways to tell people they're getting free food.
From Domino's!
We're getting this story out there. We need a plan.
I have a plan. Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
It has the most advanced iPhone camera ever.
I'm talking new customers. I'm talking existing customers like Ronald.
The new iPhone on T-Mobile. Let's do it!
New and existing customers can upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us on our most popular plan, Magenta Max.
Do we have a plan for the second half?
Nah, we're gonna get cream. But we'll be on T-Mobile.
Hey, Dad. Miss us?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
Taking a look at that last drive for Kentucky defensively, they decide to turn it up. They brought pressure to make Hendon Hooker have to speed up the process. And for an offense that already goes fast, it was the rush that was getting there for the Kentucky defense, bringing pressure and pushing Hooker out of the pocket.
So here we go, under 4.5 now to play. A full complement of timeouts for Kentucky. They trail by 3. They are approaching their 90th play of the game, and a ground attack, Kirk, I got to believe they want to continue with that and try and work this clock right down to the end and
you want to be
not give Hooker the ball back.
Absolutely, surgical, methodical with this drive. This is a game of keep away right here. You want to go down, you're scoring 7. You're not trying to get 3.
Levis, incomplete, looking for Rodriguez. Coverage from Banks, the linebacker, was right there. Will Levis has had the big night. Can he cap it off with the finish? 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, also a pick 6.
A little shocking there. You get positive yards on first down with the run. And I think when you think about right now where they're at in this game, it's about sustaining drives and getting 3rd and shorts. Now 3rd and long here.
They have not had to punt the football all night. 11 of 14 on 3rd downs. Here's the 3rd and 7. Levis behind Wan'Dale Robinson, and he reels it in. First down, Kentucky. 10-yard pickup, a dozen catches now for Wan'Dale.
Yeah, an option route too. He gets a one-on-one option route, 2-way go. And the corner is just backpedaling. Doesn't know, is he going to go out? Is he going to go in? And Robinson with the fake to the out, comes back in. The ball's already in the air. First down, Cats.
We've called Theo Jackson's name a lot defensively. Let's see if he's lurking around Robinson in the 4th quarter. Missed on the tackle, coming up from behind to try and punch it out. And Robinson able to take it out across the 40. I think Jackson, Robinson going to be a good battle here down the finish.
Oh, it is. It's really just one-on-one. Jackson misses, tries to come back and knock the ball out. But this is Wan'Dale Robinson time. You get me 4th quarter, crunch time, game on the line. Yeah, I know where I'm going with the football, number 1. Wan'Dale Robinson. How does Liam Cohen, the offensive coordinator, disguise him? and put him in some other situations where the defense can't key in on him.
His 13th catch, good for 9 more yards. Rodriguez, first down, Kentucky. Under 3 minutes to go.
There's no rush. You see the clock, and I know it's about 2:45 left. And now we have a Tennessee player down.
The defense has been out there for 91 plays and close to 44 minutes. Can they hold on for another 2:45? Let's check in with the studio.
All right, Beth, they're just underway over on ESPN News. UTSA, one of 5 remaining undefeated teams, taking on UTEP. This is Sincere McCormick. This is the first play from scrimmage, 75 yards. The Roadrunners are out to a 7-0 lead on ESPN News. Beth.
That one's coming up next after the conclusion of our matchup here in Lexington. It's the second time tonight they've been working on Caleb Tremblay. 2:45 to go. Kentucky won in Knoxville last year. They have not beaten the Volunteers 2 in a row since 1977, and that's what they're going for. As the progression under Mark Stoops, the Wildcats look to continue that here in the Bluegrass. They've picked up a couple of wins recently against Tennessee, a couple against Florida. Georgia's still their nemesis, but trying to rise up in the East in the SEC.
And this is that drive. This is that drive where legends are made, too, around these parts. We've seen quarterbacks get taken off on shoulders. This is one of those games, one of those drives for Will Levis. 3 timeouts still left. So you have the entire field. You got plenty of time to get this ball in the end zone. You're thinking score 7, not get 3. We're scoring 7 to win this game.
2 tight end set. Rodriguez, the lone setback. He'll pick up a couple close to midfield. You know, the coaches and players don't think about it, but of course fan bases do. If Georgia and Alabama both end up going to the playoff, you're looking at New Year's 6 bowls deeper into the Southeastern Conference. If Kentucky gets a win here, 10 wins is a huge possibility. Tennessee holds on and gets a win here. A game closer to bowl eligibility in Josh Heupel's first year. With a couple of winnable games still remaining, and they've got Georgia next week. McClain, they've been setting this up all game, and Tennessee was ready for it. Under 2 minutes to go, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, still no panic, still no rush. You still got 3 timeouts left. Find the right play call. You know, you have 2 downs to work with it. And so it's 3rd down, and you have a 4th down opportunity if you don't pick it up here. But again, 3rd down, Wan'Dale Robinson time. Where is he lined up at? And how did you get number 1 the football lined up in the slot?
Slot top of your screen. 4 guys coming, Levis in trouble, and they're going to get to him, and down he goes. Sacked at the 49. And it's 4th down.
And that was Tyler Barron. He just beat the offensive lineman in front of him quickly to the ball.
And Mark Stoops will call the timeout.
Timeout, Kentucky. The first of the second half.
Fans thought there should have been a face mask on the tackle, and so does Will Levis.
Yeah, I think the officials missed this one.
Stoops is livid out on the field right now. And that was a face mask.
That's a face mask all the way.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the head coach.
Wow.
Kentucky is first of the game. It's a 15-yard penalty.
And a 15-yard penalty assessed to Kentucky and Coach Mark Stoops for unsportsmanlike conduct. Wow. With a 4th down coming up.
Yeah, it's a bad call. And I understand Coach Stoops. You're angry, you're upset. It is a bad call that goes against you. That is grab of the face mask by Tyler Barron, and it should have been called by the official. But it was not called. And this is where the head coach has to keep his composure.
So instead of 4th and 9, it is 4th and 24 for Kentucky.
Yeah, it was now it's an opportunity at 4th and 24 that it's going to be difficult to pick up. And understanding that I understand where Coach Stoops is right now. He's upset, he's hurt, but you got to find a play.
Now he's got to quickly get together with Liam Cohen and say, let's get our best Wan'Dale Robinson play for 25 yards right here. They need to get to the Tennessee 42-yard line. And the prevent defense is out there for the Volunteers.
Got to be able to protect first to get the ball down the field.
Volunteers send 3 after Levis. Everybody else drops. Will slings it downfield, and it's caught for a first down inside the 40. Isaiah Cummings keeps the drive alive. Under a minute to go as he picks up 28.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They rushed 3, they dropped 8, and no one saw Isaiah Cummings leaking on the outside. No one picked him up, but he was able to get free for the first down.
Now they'll bring the house. Levis puts it up for grabs, out of bounds, incomplete. That was Byron Young, who's got a couple of sacks, who was coming after him.
And wow, just all day to throw for Levis. And just a late leaking out of the backfield, Isaiah Cummings on the right sideline. And nobody from Tennessee saw.
2 timeouts still for Kentucky, 46 seconds to go. A school record 97th play coming up. And a 3-point Tennessee lead. Levis, incomplete. He was looking for Cummings, and that was good coverage from Kamal Haddon. 3rd down coming up.
Again, Tremblay, Butler, those guys up front just trying to create some type of pass rush. You mentioned it, over 90 plays for this defense. Can they muster up enough down here late? Can they create some pressure late? And if you're Will Levis, still with the 2 timeouts, can you find Wan'Dale Robinson one more time?
You see the field goal range line there. Still a ways to go for the Cats with 41 seconds. Levis under duress, incomplete. Robinson and Harris were downfield, and it's another 4th down for Kentucky.
Incomplete. 4th and 10 at the 38.
It's sort of a decision time here because it's 4th and 10. And now you still want to tie this game. You got an offensive lineman down. What's the running back down? It's a decision you got to make right now as a head coach.
That's Chris Rodriguez. From here, Kirk, it would be a 56-yarder. Ruffalo's long this season is 45. He missed from 50 earlier.
Wow. I'm just kind of going through in my head right now. 2 timeouts left, 4th and 10. Offensively, are you playing for the tie or playing for the win? Do you want to put your quarterback in a situation of trying to force the ball to get 10 yards, or do you just get enough yards to make a comfortable field goal? I think in this situation, you don't want to leave any time left for Tennessee if you do tie it up. That's another thing you have to worry about too. Do you, in this situation, it's a tough one. But I think you...
Well, you need to play for 11 yards here, right? I don't think they're going to Ruffalo, are they, at this point? Or he's got his helmet on around midfield. So if you can get the first down, you got plenty of time with the timeouts.
Right, but it's a tough one because...
Do you think they should kick it here?
No, I think that they should get 11 yards. But I don't know how they're going to get 11 yards on a 4th and 10, because now you're thinking about giving the ball all the way back to Tennessee. with time left on the clock. So this is an important 4th down. It's a tough one. I'm trying to figure it out.
Don't you like Robinson for maybe 10+ yards or somebody in his vapor trail? Yeah, just to pick up the first down.
Well, you want to get the first down no matter what.
Yeah.
If you're Tennessee defensively.
I don't think you need to worry about going deeper. Let's see, on the 99th play for this offense tonight.
Wan'Dale Robinson's in the slot in the middle. Lined up at the number 2 receiver.
Here comes the blitz. Levis, the deep drop. The pass is away, and it's incomplete. And the Tennessee defense holds. Jeremy Banks was bringing the pressure on Levis. And Tennessee will take over on downs.
Wow, great hold by Tennessee. What would they do? Would they play coverage? They decide to bring pressure. 1-on-1 on the outside, and Levis tried to buy just enough time to get the ball off, but just sailed on them.
Boy, on a night where the offense has shined and made big plays, and a Tennessee defense that was out there for over 46 minutes, they have enough in this 4th quarter to come up with a 4th down stop to take over.
Wow.
And they are on the verge of handing Kentucky a 3rd straight loss and inching a game closer to bowl eligibility. Timeout, Kentucky. They will have 1 left.
Kentucky, their 2nd of the 2nd half. It's a 30-second timeout.
And then that would be it after that last timeout on a 3rd down snap.
99 plays. 99 plays defensively for Tennessee. I mean, you talk about trying to having enough. And that's also, did they have enough at the end? They found one last play, one last rush.
I love what Tim Banks did. Hey, I know you guys are tired, so let's just blitz the bejesus out of them. They blitzed the last 4 plays.
I was trying to figure out what would the play be for Kentucky, because you need 11 yards, and it sounds easy to just get it to Robinson, but Banks to DC for Tennessee. You know they were going to cover Robinson, and said, you know what, we're just going to bring it. Right call at the right time.
And a head scratcher for UK with the 99 plays, 600 yards of total offense, 34 first downs, and it appears it will still come up short against Tennessee. Big play after big play for the Volunteer offense tonight. Huge pick 6 for Alontae Taylor.
This game was about Hendon Hooker. This was his ability to throw the ball all over the field tonight. The big plays are really, think about how this game started today. You know, the first play to the outside, Peyton goes 75 yards for a touchdown. 4 touchdown throws for Hendon Hooker. I mean, his leadership was on display throughout.
To 4 different receivers, and what a fit he has been for Josh Heupel and Alex Golesh in this offense. And Kentucky now out of timeouts, and that's it. Tennessee comes to Lexington and gets the win. 45-42 in Josh Heupel's introduction to this rivalry. They had 15 plays of over 10 yards tonight, a couple of scores of over 70. And they will win it 45-42. Now let's get you to UTEP and UTSA. Clay Matvick and Rocky Boyman on the call. Thanks so much for being with us tonight in Lexington.